Yo, what it do? Hey, we know you should saw that fresh new intro. Wasn't that shit sick? Well, we couldn't agree more, guys.
Right, we just collaborated with our boy Omar at Sun City Vibes to help create an intro that would take our podcast to the next level. Do you need help with your video editing and content creation to help elevate your business to the next level? Well, Sun City Vibes has you covered without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Whether it's a logo reveal, a music video, drone footage, or even t-shirt printing, guys, hit up Sun City Vibes for quality work and affordable price. Shit, Omar even made us a sick-ass hat. Look at this.
It's a fresh-ass hat.
Fresh.
Shit's fresh.
Fresh.
So yeah, guys, go help support those that support us and hit up our boy Omar and tell him Chris and Misa sent you from the podcast and help support a local El Paso business today. Let's go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. As always, co-host of the podcast, Mr. Misa fucking L.
Yes, sir. What it do?
In the producer chair, we got our boy Joe. Mighty Joe Young is back in the building.
Hey, what is up, everybody?
Hey, the guy with the small hat.
Hey, kid size
peanut head ass.
As a guest for episode 115 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, homie of the podcast, Mr. Otis Hicks is in the building. So what's up to the podcast?
What's good? He about to get canceled. So fuck this shit up. I'm be really on some real shit right now. You guys fucked up. You got the UTEP quarterback, like, oh, this guy that used to sell dicks. Let's get him on the show.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be amazing.
I was looking. I was like, who should we have next? And then, I saw your stand up, and then I heard that whole story of you, selling dicks and shit. And I was like, dude, that's Joe's kind of guy. We got to get him in here.
Yeah, dog.
That's Joe's plug and shit.
Yeah.
Joe's all excited and shit.
You're the one that bought some shit off of us.
It's like, yo,
For you, Joe.
thank you, man. Put my daughter through college, man. I appreciate that.
All right, guys. Episode 115 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. Mr. Otis, thank you for being here, man.
No
We've been trying to get this interview in the books for a few weeks here, but
he's playing hard to get, man.
I was.
I know. And
He's like, yo, man, have you bought any dicks for me lately? No.
But one thing about me, I like to chase. You know what I mean? I like to be led on.
You're persistent. I give you that, dog. You didn't give up, dog.
Yeah, like I see a target and I go for it. You know what I mean? And I smelled blood in the water, so I was like a fucking shark on the hunt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. You just buy me a steak and margarita. I'll give it up real quick.
So yeah, dude, thank you for being here, Joe. Thank you for being here, Misa. It's good to see you. You look handsome today,
Hey,
I must say.
Thanks,
but let's go ahead and crack off this podcast. Let's get the celebratory beer cracked open. It sounds a little bit like this. All right, guys. So we got a good podcast for you. Misa's got his history segment later. Joe's got some topics. But first, we have Mr. Otis here. And Mr. Otis, for the podcast audience who may not know who you are, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
I am a comedian from the lovely city of El Paso. Been repping it for a while. And I used to sell dicks at the sex shop and other things. Just not just dicks. It was pocket pussies.
Oh, dude, I
vaginas.
thought you were like a pimp for like dudes and shit, like you sell whatever.
I used to do a lot of stuff. And before I start off, I want to give you guys your flowers right now. These guys have been very supportive. They come to the shows. They sit down. They watch us tell. Like when people give their honest opinion, I respect their opinion because they always observe. So if you guys say, "Hey man, like what? That joke suck, bro. It's fucking suck balls," I'd be like, "I gotta work on my shit. I gotta go back to the lab for you guys." So I mean, you guys are awesome. Like for real, I want to give you guys a props.
Oh yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for sure. And like we had just seen you this past 2 weeks ago.
Valentine's
weekend.
Yeah.
Mr. Iggy Samaniego, shout out our boy Iggy.
Oh yeah.
He ran away with my cousin Blue, and they're in a committed relationship now. But shout out to them.
You can have them, keep them.
Yeah, we don't want him back.
So he had his show at the Borderland Steakhouse over there on Alabama in the Northeast, and obviously, like, you were there, Marco was there, fucking Andrew, fucking Puga, all the homies were there. You guys killed it, all of you guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
And even, like, it's funny because Iggy's cousin, who's his, like, girlfriend, was a comedian. I had no idea.
She was a comedian, the homegirl from last time?
Yeah, dude. She got up there. I didn't even recognize her, honestly. She came up to me, said hello, and I felt like an asshole.
Yeah, dude, I was talking to her, like, me and Blue were talking to her. Yeah. And then Chris comes up, and then I was like, "Hey, man, it's her." And Chris is like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." And she's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Bro, you don't remember her?" And she's looking at him like, and then I was like, "Iggy's cousin."
When he kisses.
The one that he
kisses
fucking
and
made
shit.
out with, on the pod. That was crazy. That shit caught me off guard.
Yeah, dude, that was wild. But yeah, shout out to you guys. You guys killed it, man. You guys,
Appreciate
like all of
that,
you guys,
man.
fucking consistent with the jokes and always bringing like fresh material. And like it's dope because, like you said, me and Misa have seen you guys a few times. Me and my wife like to go out and see the stand up. So like it's really fun. And I always encourage people that have not gone to like the Scenics open mic or any other show that you guys have. If you guys have a chance, you guys got to go check this out because like these guys are killing it out there, man. And it's a cool little scene. And instead of just going to fucking Rubik's and playing shitty old video games, come to the fucking bar and watch some comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh hell yeah, man! It's pleasurable. Like believe me, it's like an orgasmic experience, and then you have a couple of duds in the middle, but everybody's working on this shit, dog. It's just part of it.
I feel like he's trying to sell me a dick or something.
I was gonna say I have an orgasm every night I go see you guys.
You got that,
At least
got you
one.
that 13-inch ready.
I was like, you know what, man? I'll take it.
So Otis,
You're
I mean,
welcome.
we've met you doing your stand up and stuff, but we really haven't gotten a chance to really like sit down and get to know you. So are you originally from El Paso or like where did you grow up at?
Well, actually, military brat. So I grew up. Actually, I was born in Heidelberg, Germany. Yes, and my parents.
German.
Yeah, I'm a black German. So
The irony in that.
I'm German chocolate, but yeah.
Hitler would be very upset with you.
He's rolling in his grave. He's punching the air right
It's
now.
like fuck. They got away.
He's like, Scheiße.
So German chocolate. I like the way you said that.
Yeah, dude. It's like I grew up being a military brat. You grew up around different like cultures and ethnic backgrounds and stuff. So I have like the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, basically moving around, getting to know different people. That's where my comedic kind of thing, I think, kind of started. I started kind of late, not like some of these young cats, but
It's like it don't matter what culture you're gonna get.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a joke out of me.
oh yeah, hell yeah, dog. Honestly, I think right now with the climate, everything, I think people are like overly sensitive with shit. Like you can't really say anything, and I'm totally the opposite of that. Because honestly, from where I started and where I began, like it's life in general. You're not gonna be filtered. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because life is not that way. So why are you gonna sit there and go, watch what I say. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't do it. Like nobody's gonna do that shit, bro. Especially in the environment I was in for a long period of time. Nobody cared about my feelings, dog. For real. When I was sweeping up dirty condoms in a fucking dustpan, nobody was like, "Hey man, don't leave that dirty condom there for that black guy." Don't do it, 'cause his feelings, dog. He's a comedian. It's gonna hurt his feelings. Don't do that. Don't leave it filled with jizz at least. And nobody, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of approach stuff, and being half black and Puerto Rican, having like a crazy ass Latina, and my dad being like down south, like straight up down south, Mississippi raised, cornbread and chicken or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But having those two elements, man, my parents helped me become the person I am, like for real. Like
So how did your parents fucking meet in the first place?
they were both in the military.
both military
Yeah.
parents? Damn.
And they both ended up like getting together. My dad he used to be an alcoholic. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, but he kind of settled down after he got hepatitis C. He was like, all right, I'm gonna stop drinking. I could die.
Yeah. That was Chris last week.
That's me right now.
Get checked.
That's me right now, bro. I swear to God.
For real, it's like that. I was like, I talk about it in my stand up, but he didn't really quit drinking for me. He was like, I was like, Dad, thanks for like stop drinking. He's like, I didn't do it for you. My liver gave out. I didn't do it for you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Give me your
What
liver.
about
now.
you, man?
it's not about you.
Bro, why do I feel like Otis is talking about me right now?
It's an intervention.
Like literally.
Well, how old were you when your dad stopped drinking or
Shit, he was I'm gonna say I was about 21 at the time, 20, 21. And he actually was like, the doctor's like, you keep drinking, you're gonna die. He was like, all right, so I got one more week. So I can get fucked up and then I gotta stop.
he got fucked up that night?
That was it. He got fucked up, and then like we laugh about it now. It was anybody that had an alcoholic parent or somebody on drugs at the time is fucked up, but when you get older, you kind of go, okay, what the fuck did they go through in their childhood or whatever the fuck?
You put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, so him being a military vet, and like when I talk about shit on stage, I tell him like, I'm gonna talk about you like being an alcoholic. He's like, you better. Shit, that was the best time of my life. That was the worst time of my life, motherfucker. The best time of your life. Yeah, I'm just saying, you better talk about it.
He's like, better.
Yeah, he tells me that she watches my sets. He'd be like, that's good. You talked about me. That's accurate. I did whoop your ass. It was fun too. It was fun whooping
It
your
was
ass.
fun.
Yeah, he would
God damn.
he would play games with this shit. Like kids don't get spanked anymore. They get timeouts and shit like that. But
they get counseled and shit.
Yeah, but when I was growing up, my dad had fun with that shit. He'd be walking in the room like this. Yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass, but not right now. I'm watching westerns and shit. But I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. So be ready, all right?
That's the worst because you're just playing toys and just.
It's kind of like back then, like, you know, you'd be somewhere and then your mom would just look at you and be like, just wait till we get home.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's
fuck.
how it is. My dad would just sit on the fucking couch and be like, I'm gonna get you. And then he'll get you at good times, like when you come out the shower and shit, with your towel on. You forgot what he said about the ass whooping, so you walking in the hallway, I'm gonna play with my G.I. Joes. He come out of nowhere, I got you, motherfucker.
Got you, bitch.
Light you up, girl. For real, you get him sound like a runaway slave and shit. Oh, oh Lord. That's how it was. He enjoyed it too much. I'm like, yo, this is fun for you. He's like, no, it's not. It's fucking. It's like an orgasmic for me.
He really like.
I really love.
Were you
a
single child?
No. I actually have a sister, and I talk about it. That, you know, a sister is a lesbian, and a brother that has autism. And the thing about it is, like, those are the two things comedically that everybody talks about sex, like lesbians and like now comedians talk about autism, right?
Yeah.
And like, comedians talk about autism a lot, like it's a joke,
right?
But I don't take it seriously because I know where they're coming from. I'm a comic, so I don't like. A lot of comics be like, they're talking about autism, and they go, "Oh shit, like." For real, your brother has autism? I'm like, yeah, dog. He's like, that's fucked. I shouldn't. I'm like, nah, bro, that was funny. Like, even my brother would laugh at that shit. Like, yeah, it's pretty funny. We don't know where we're going. Our minds are kind of sporadic.
Maybe he's not laughing.
No, he's laughing. my brother has a sense of humor. He laughs, dog. He can't really talk, but like he knows, like he hears things, and he's like, I tell him shit, and he's like, all right, you all right.
He gets it.
He gets it.
Yeah. He knows. He's aware. He knows what's going on. So, what age did you come to El Paso eventually?
Oh man, like shit. I've been on Paso like couple of times. I came like when I was like 14. No, I was take it back. I was 8 years old, and then I went back to Germany, and I came back to El Paso when I was 14, and then I left again, and then came back when I was 20. So I was just back and forth from El Paso to Germany.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, European women are totally different.
Yeah.
German women are like
hairy.
Well, but nah, they shave. Some of them do shave, not all of them, but the thing about it is, like, when you go to a bar in Europe, man, the women come up to you. They buy you a drink.
Shit, that's me at Teddy's, dog.
It's very
Joe's over here getting fucking hit on at Teddy's and shit.
It's totally different, dog. Like, when I was in Germany, like, I would get hit on by girls, and like, I might say I was a Mac daddy, but when I did get hit on that, they would take you to their crib, like the little flats, and they would like have sex with you and then like make you breakfast and shit and want you to marry them or stay with them and shit. Like, you officially
was it because like you were like American?
Yeah. They love Americans, dog. Like,
yeah,
if you're American,
don't matter. Oh, dude, Joe would have
I'm on my way over to Deutschland. Ich sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Well, yes. And then I mean, you do like
and German chocolate.
Not just you, but like any American in a sense, sticks out like a fucking sore thumb.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially like at a bar or a club or whatever.
Especially a black guy, right?
Yeah, but well, any American, like if you mostly military, because there's a military base there. Like all the military guys will tell you, like, yeah, like if you didn't like.
If you weren't smashing when you were over there,
you were something wrong with you. Right. Like, they would tell you, like, if you didn't fuck, something's wrong with you. Like, you because you didn't want to. You chose not to fuck. And like, that was a while back when I was in Germany, so I don't know if things have changed. I don't know if their feelings towards Americans are different, but from what I'm hearing, like, it hasn't changed. Like, they still throw down with like Americans. Like,
we gotta take a trip,
right?
Yeah,
and then I came back to America. And I was at a bar, like, women are like, buy me a drink. Like, excuse me, like, I have 3 kids. Like, buy me something. And I'm like, what?
But the same content is the same. They want you to marry them and take care of them.
Yeah, exactly. Take care of me. What do you have to offer me? Like, I'm like, what do you have to offer me?
And then Joe's like, I got you.
So since you like were like, I guess, transient in a way, like growing up, do you consider like EP home, or like where do you really like consider as like your home base?
Oh, I rep El Paso. Like El Paso, like, I love the city. Like, at times like El Paso's like a, how can I say it? I can describe it like a sexy girl, right? That you made love to her, but she still fucks other dudes. You know what I'm talking about?
Sounds like El Paso.
And she wants to get back with you, but she says, you don't have nothing to offer me right now, so I'm gonna fuck these douchebags until you get your shit together. And that's how El Paso is. El Paso's like this.
Sounds like my ex.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm gonna fuck other dudes.
Sounds like my ex.
But I love El Paso, man. I rep it everywhere I go, and when people ask me where I'm from, I'm like, El Paso. Like,
right.
I don't second guess it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, El Paso's like your cousin. Like,
well, what else can you say? Germany?
Nah. Well, y'all can say Germany, but everybody's be like, yeah, you speak German, motherfucker. Like, but honestly, like, I lived here for the good portion of my life, so And honestly, like, we all be real with it. Like, El Paso has the best authentic Mexican food. Like when I went somewhere else, like in Austin, I was like, what the fuck is
That shit's trash.
I was like, what the fuck? This Tex-Mex, man.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
vegan. I'm like, vegan. Get your vegan ass out of here.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
That shit's Detroit. That shit's trash, dude. And like we had Quentin Demps on here, and he's a former NFL player, played at UTEP, and he grew up in San Antonio. And he was claiming right off the bat that San Antonio was the go-to place for Mexican food. But we had to put him in line, and we're like, you mean for Tex-Mex? Like, don't. Like, you cannot compare the Mexican food in El Paso to anywhere else, probably in the fucking world, I would say. Because, like, here it is authentic, it is unique. But, yeah, I mean, like, and it's cool that, like, you rep EP so hard. Because, like I said, I mean, you really didn't have any other choice because you can't claim Germany. You were on the fucking base the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like, you weren't in the streets of fucking, like, like the streets of Munich and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you weren't doing that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
You're right.
That shit's funny as fuck. He's like, you right. That's facts.
I can't be over here repping bratwurst. Bratwurst, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Brat gang.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Like bratwurst and collard greens. I can't do that. Like,
Collard greens.
sit down, bro. Sit down.
He's over here drinking his beer warm and shit. Like, fucking.
Because they do drink it warm over there, right?
Yeah, they do, man.
Fucking bastard. It's some good beer, though, up there, dude.
It is. It's like, it's one of some of the best tasting beer. But I know there's other beers that come close. Like now, I think Texas is up there. Like Texas up their beer game to the point where when you go to those
Like breweries,
like the IPAs and all that shit. That shit gets you drunk organically now, like they have organic.
yeah.
I'm organically fucked up. So
Organically, you gotta throw that in there, fucking hipster.
Organic alcohol and shit. Like,
so when you get pulled over by the cop, be like, "See, I'm not at DUI. I'm organically driving.
I'm organically fucked up.
It's through plants.
That's funny, dude.
That's for like you can't take me to jail, dog. I'm not
drunk for real.
For real, I'm
organically.
So what was it that like got you into comedy? Were you like watching a bunch of like funny movies and shit and like kind of like saw something that you were like, I can fucking do that? Or was it just like being around and seeing different people in different cultures and how people like how they treated each other and acted around each other?
Well, actually, man, it was actually being teased, man, as a kid. Like that's how it was. Because my head was this size when I came out the womb. So
goddamn,
I believe it.
My body grew into my head.
Right.
So growing
You got
up,
a big ass head, bro.
dude, it was people tell you like, yeah.
he reminds me of Lil Bill from Nickelodeon.
Little Bill. That's right. I was
Big
gonna
ass
say,
Peter.
Oh my God.
and I don't know if you've gotten this before, but like you kind of look like a Ninja Turtle.
No, dude, no. I've gotten that, believe me. I've got the turtle.
People used to call me Turtle back in the day.
Okay.
Otostella?
So,
Yeah.
which one would you be
Right now,
if you were
right now, Donatello. If that's everybody, that's automatic.
Yeah.
I'm a geek and shit, so like Donatello.
Donatello goes hard, dude. You
Trying-
look like a Donatello. You know?
Yeah, I'm on a Ralph dog. Ralph's always upset. He fucking want to slap the shit out of people. Donatello's all trying to make shit and like doesn't realize there's pussy around him. Like, oh, we're making this. Put this together. Everybody else is getting pizza and pussy. He's just sitting there like, I gotta make it work.
Hey, Joe, we got to get Molina to get on a meme on that shit. For sure.
there's already? I mean,
It's in the works already.
So you're saying like I guess people tease you because of like I guess like your appearance, your head, but like so that's how like it kind of
basically
like led you into like, hey, I can make fun of this in a way.
Yeah, I used to tell jokes at the last period of class to keep me from getting my ass whooped. Because a lot of times, like I remember Miss Humphrey was the last period of class. I wouldn't curse in them, but I had like clean sets at the time. I didn't realize it at the time, but I would tell jokes, and the whole class would be fucking like laughing, and she'd be laughing like, oh shit, you're funny, dude. And like, all the bullies in the back of the class is like, we would get on the bus, like, yo man, Otis for real, I was gonna whoop your ass today, but you was funny, man. That shit we said was funny. Tomorrow I'll whoop your ass. I'll see you tomorrow.
he just kept prolonging it.
Yeah, I'll beat your Linda Turtle looking ass tomorrow. Stay inside your show, motherfucker. Stay inside your show.
They just kept giving him a raid check and shit. They're like,
It just kept adding on.
I'm gonna raid check you for that ass kicking, homie.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I told bad jokes, that's when I got my ass whooped.
He's
They're
like,
this.
I'm gonna go ahead and collect those from the past week too, my boy.
For real, yeah, for real. That wasn't funny, though. I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of your mama, bro. This is what happened. But that's how it happens. I just got through that, and like it made me because like kids get bullied nowadays, and they don't really know how to handle it. But it was different back in the day. You would keep everything kind of like inside and shit. Now everybody has social media. I think these kids have it easier because back in the day, you just get your ass whooped, and I'll go home and my dad's like this: "Who the fuck whooped your ass?" Oh, David. Where David stay at? Across the street. Well, you gonna go ahead and fight David again? You ain't come over here looking like that. And I would go over there and fight David again and get my ass whooped. And my dad's like this. At least you tried. You gave it the effort.
Right. He's like, at least,
ahead.
he's like, at first, if you lose the first round, okay, we got to throw you back for number 2. If you get your ass kicked, well,
At least you tried.
that's
Yeah.
it. You're
It's
done.
military, Dad. Man.
Yeah,
It's
he's
a
like-
military.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, that's true, man.
And he's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass again because you didn't lose your left hook like I told you.
Either you kick his ass
But
or I'm
not
gonna
right
fuck
now.
you up.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. And so, like, what do you like remember about like your first shows or like the first time you like decided like I'm actually gonna do this, not in front only in front of your class, but like in front of a group of strangers, people who have no idea who the fuck you are?
Oh shit! Like, but actually, like, I was staying with my roommate at the time, and I'm never ever getting a roommate again. But at the time, he used to be a party house, so everybody go over there and do fucking like they have kegs and they would play beer pong and do coke on the table and shit. And I'm sitting there like just riffing and telling jokes, and my roommate had all his friends over there, and they're like cracking up on my shit. And one of his friends is like, "Yo, man, you're funny, dog. You should like do comedy and shit." And my roommate, we cool now to a certain extent, but he was a hater. So I would be telling jokes, right? He'd be in the corner in the room, like in the corner of the fucking house, like this. Wouldn't laugh at none of my shit. He'd just be like, just hate me because I'm making people laugh. So what I did, I was like, all right, man. Somebody hit up a person who was about to open mic, so I went. And I told all the homies that house party, like, I'm going to go do jokes. Don't come. It's my first time, so I don't want none of y'all to come. So when you tell people not to come to something, that's when they all show up. So they all showed up. It was like a fucking coffee house. They didn't have any beer. All they had was wine and sake. So I just fucking got loaded because I was nervous. I was like, I got fucking fucked up on sake and wine. They all showed up later. And I had a decent set. But I just kept saying motherfucker after everything. I was like, well, you don't say motherfucker. Man, you ever had some pussy and be like, motherfucker? That's all I kept saying. And like, yo, like, stop saying motherfucker all the time. Like, but I was nervous at my first time, dog, going in front of people. But it was a slight of a thrill. And I remember my first time because you only have a certain amount of time and they give you the light and you have to get off. And the guy that was hosting the mic, his name's Tony C. That's my boy. I ran my time. I went over. He was like this. Hey, man, you had a good set. But don't ever go over the fucking light again. You understand?
He just puts
He's like, I'm going to beat your ass.
yeah, he put your ass in your place. Like, right
This
away.
one set up and he's like, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. You're like, you say same motherfucker all the
that's
time.
funny, dude.
Stop. Yeah.
It's
So
like, don't you ever disrespect my fucking time clock again, you
Dude,
stupid motherfucker.
damn.
it's
Like,
serious.
yeah,
And
dude.
where was this at?
It was at the percolator. It doesn't exist
Oh, dude,
anymore.
I remember that
Percolator.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you used to
I did a few rap shows there, dude.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
dude.
it was percolator, dog. It was a real cool
Percolator
spot.
right
Was it
there.
that downtown?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
like right across from the Wells Fargo Bank, like right in that
Yeah.
area. Yeah, dude, that place was lit. And like before that, it was even more popular. Like they would throw like, this was like back when everybody was into like emo rock and like screamo. Like a lot of bands would get down there.
Like
And,
the shit you were listening to when I got
yeah,
here?
yeah. And it was like because like when you were young, you were in high school, so you had to go somewhere where you could get in, where it wasn't 18 and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like they would have you buy tickets for a little bit more money because you were underage, and you had to buy like a coffee or some shit.
Oh,
because
yeah,
they were
yeah,
letting
that
you
makes
in.
sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was cool because like that was like the first like live music I remember like experiencing.
Yeah.
Being like 14, 15, 16 years old and going with your friends, like it's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, shout out the fucking percolator, bro.
Yeah, it is-
Percolator.
but
Yeah, dude,
there's a lot of spots in El Paso that rep local artists, like,
Right.
and people don't get a chance to really see. There's a lot of talented motherfuckers in El Paso. I said motherfuckers, but there's a lot of talented
my favorite word,
individuals.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's just so many.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
love going to open mics just for that, just to see not only the comedy side, but like musicians and poets.
Right.
I can sit back and go like, oh shit, and like positivity, dog. Like there's so much negative shit in this fucking world, dog.
Right.
That's the only spot I go to where it's like I ain't gotta worry about getting stabbed. Nobody's mean mugging me. You go to bars now, everybody's just fucking.
Well, yeah. Well, I also think it's cool what you just said. Like, when everybody's positive or they're supportive. Like, so they see you doing your stand up or they see you doing like poetry or whatever, and instead of them just like hating or not saying anything, they like say, "Yo, like you killed it, dude. Good shit.
Yeah.
Like, keep going." You know what I mean? Like, and that's like when you have that positive environment, that like really like enhances like what you're doing because you really feel like, oh yeah, I can fucking do this, or like you're not gonna. It doesn't make you want to give up so easy.
Yeah, exactly, man. And even if it's good or bad, you got to give people props for going up there.
Right.
It takes a lot of balls to go in front of people.
It's easy to sit at the table and talk shit while you're smashing 10 Bud Lights. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not that I've done that,
Yeah,
but like,
Chris.
you know what I'm saying?
Last week.
Chris was like, hey, Misa, go up there, go do some stand up, and then after you do it, I'll go do it.
That's
So I was
what I
like, all
always
right,
say.
dude. And that shit never happened. I went up there like 3 times. This guy never went up there.
No, you should, dude. I mean, you solid. I think if you really,
But I'm glad because he's not funny, dude.
No, he's not. Now he stopped drinking. Fuck. Dude.
oh, you stopped
Don't even
drinking
wa-
for real, dog.
Dude,
Don't even wanna take him anywhere.
Yeah.
What happened? What made you stop drinking?
Well, no, like, okay, so we were drinking that night at the show.
Yeah.
Like, I was smashing 10 Bud Lights that night. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And fucking the next day was the Super Bowl. So, of course, like, got after it again, all ruthless.
Yeah.
And like that night, that Saturday, I was already feeling like shit. Like I could feel like my fucking like liver like hurting.
His
you know what I
kidneys
mean?
just
Damn,
fucked.
dog.
Yeah, dude. So like,
But the thing is, he's been doing this every day for the past 2
yeah, I've been pounding
Oh,
beers for like
shit.
10 years straight. Like literally drinking to like I go to sleep like blackout. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
they're gonna tell him the same thing they told your
Every
dad.
day.
They better stop drinking, motherfucker.
so,
you gonna die.
fucking- so I just was like, dude.
So when you were talking about your dad, we are like, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
what
sounded, you were speaking like to my soul. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
shit.
appreciate you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
But like, so that Monday after the Super Bowl, bro, I felt like complete dog shit, like a fucking pile of it, like up to here. Like I just like, I don't know, like
Damn,
something.
how tall are you, Chris?
I'm like 5'8".
I didn't know they stack shit that high.
Well, when there's that much of it, yeah, dude. And so that day, I was just like, dude, you know what? I can't fucking like. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like this shit hurts. Like obviously, my body's trying to say something.
Yes.
Because like I've drank 10 plus years and this has never like happened before. And so I was just like, you know what? Just like I just went cold turkey from there. And like it's already been like over a week. It'll be like 2 weeks on Monday, next Monday, or this coming Monday. But I don't know. I've had to quit drinking before, like when I was on probation and shit in the past.
Yeah.
But by then you weren't drinking. You weren't.
But I wasn't
as
drinking like
hard
that.
as
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it was
you
easy
going
to stop
hard.
then. You know what I mean?
Like we all kind of know, like that's what I like a lot about Chris is like he's very open and he'll be honest about whatever issue he has. And since we started this pod, I asked him like, hey, like do you drink that much? And he's like, dude, I have a drinking problem. Like I'm an alcoholic.
At
Like
least you
functioning
admit it,
on
you know,
the
like,
Pound, bro.
That's
We
what it
pound
is.
over here.
yeah,
That's
so
step one.
so for him to pound that shit every day, and there's times where like I'd come hang out early, and I guess he would have like a certain time where like he'd start drinking,
Yeah.
and like a few minutes before he's already shaking, he's like, look, and he'd show me, and. But the fact that he actually stopped drinking
And took initiative.
like because I'm sure people out there that have the same issue, they'll just fuck the pain. I'll keep drinking and I'll forget about.
You gotta
the
listen
pain.
to your
But-
body,
Real,
though,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, it was
You
pretty
do.
shocking, but at the same time, it's kind of like hell yeah, dude. Like, I'm glad because then I don't want to be looking for a replacement. Like,
Oh hell no, dog.
You know?
Chris is too valuable, dog. Plus, it's like it's good that you listening. A lot of people, I say motherfucker again. A lot of people don't listen to their bodies, dog. They just don't listen. They just go, I can walk it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I mean, I like for sure, dude. I've been ignorant before, and like obviously, like it's not easy, but I think it's like after a while, it's like okay, like I'm not really missing anything like about drinking again by myself on a Wednesday night. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't drinking like going to the bars drinking. Like you wouldn't see me doing that.
Yeah.
Like I would just be like here smashing beers, like playing Xbox, chilling with these guys, doing the podcast, whatever. You know what I mean? But still, after like 10 years, like over time, it's just like all right, let's just give it a fucking break for a while. So like I'm not saying I'm like never gonna drink again. It's just kind of like let's chill for now. You know what I'm saying?
Got you, man. 'Cause I'm the same way. I'm a casual drinker now. I don't
Right.
drink. And plus, my body was like, the hangovers as you get older, they fucking last,
Right, dude.
bro.
And
Like,
that's
they
what I was
fucking
telling these guys.
last.
Like, I was fucking busting like drinking all that, and then like I still have like a 9 to 5 or like a 6 to 3. Like I wake up early as fuck sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I was still doing that every day. So I was waking up hungover every fucking day, fighting
Damn.
through it, going to work, and then
That's what
like
makes it worse. Having to
yeah,
go
that's
to work
right. And then coming home and then straight fucking pounding again. You know what I'm
to
saying?
recover
Like,
from last night. So you were just never done recovering.
yeah, it was like you were like I was
behind.
never like, and I'm still like, never really like 100% like sober.
Yeah.
Because like obviously like you smoke
CBD.
CBD or you fucking drink tea and you're fucking drinking coffee, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a
all
little
that
bit.
shit is a stimulant, like
Yeah,
if
you're
you
right.
think about it. And so like it's kind of crazy because like you're never at that position where you can literally say like I'm like 100% like fucking sober, but alcohol is like one of the most detrimental things you can do. I would say.
Yeah, it is.
Is there something that you take like every day that you have to have, whether it's coffee or a fucking cup of water?
Man, that's hard, bro.
Bro, if you have water every day, it's fine. Don't let this asshole fucking trick
I
you.
know. I was like, don't drink water.
Otis is like,
Who needs that
I
shit?
have a hydration problem. I drink water
I'm
every day.
hydrated. I can't help it.
They tell us to drink like 8 cups of water every day, and fucking Misa's over here concerned about water too.
And he was thinking about it too.
And I was like, no, but me, I eat like a lot of fucking bacon. Like the bacon's my
Dude,
shit.
I heard something like one strip of bacon takes like 7 years from your life.
Well, fuck then.
Well, remember that was the same shit about the hot dogs. Like, if you ate like a hot dog, it was like 3 years gone.
But I mean, they have something like that for everything. Like I remember saying,
everything has
like
something.
a cigarette, like one cigarette takes you 11 minutes out of your life. Like, well, yeah, dude, the 11 minutes it takes me to smoke it.
That's something I have recognized a problem with smoking cigarettes. I usually just throw in my backyard. I just throw them in this little container. My mom found in less than a year, she found 56 empty packs.
God damn.
That's a lot.
That's
It is a lot.
That's more than a pack a week because there's 52 weeks a year.
That was about a pack a day or every other day, you know.
Dude,
but I mean,
dog.
what I was going through this like breakup and shit, so I was just
It happens.
trying to
bro.
just
It
smoke.
happens, bro.
Now a pack will last me 3 days, 4 days, depends.
Well, you know what's cool about smokers? Like y'all always can get out of situations because you go outside and smoke.
Yeah.
So it's like a couple
Some shit goes down, you're like, oh,
that's
I'm
why you
outside.
gave me herpes. Like I'm gonna go out and
I'm gonna
smoke.
go outside and smoke a cigarette, man.
I'll see y'all. I'm gonna go out, bro. Y'all finish
Hey,
up.
y'all finish up here. Y'all be safe.
I'll be outside real quick. I'm gonna go outside and light this up.
The fucking the go-to excuse to get out of any
Hey, it's like
situation.
the baby ain't yours. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke. I heard that. And that's fucked up. 18 years of child support payments, and now she tells you on the graduation day, I'm gonna go out and smoke this cigarette.
Hey, you know what's
bro.
even better? If you just want to dip, just like, oh, I gotta go get cigarettes. That's even the better one. Because you
Yes.
just dip, you get out of there. You peace
Hell
out.
yeah.
You know what's crazy is like, because I used to smoke cigarettes. I mean, I vape now.
Yeah.
But what I realized is like, even when you run out of cigarettes, like you always end up with a fucking cigarette in your hand somehow. You know, I'd go somewhere and like, oh fuck, dude, I don't have a pack. I'm out of cigarettes. And you know, there's a place where I don't know anybody, and next thing you know, somebody's like, "Hey, you got a lighter?" It's like, "You got a cigarette?" And it's like, "Yeah, dude." And damn,
Smokers always have a bond, bro. Like I don't know what it is. Like, and it's just cool having something in your hand while you're talking.
Right.
Like, hey, like it makes me more important. Like, yeah,
dude.
fucking, I'm not taking care of the baby. I told you it's not mine. You just do that.
oh, when they ask you something and you don't know the answer to, so you're like, "Yeah." And what you're thinking about it, you know, like, let me tell. Hold on. Let me tell you something.
It's like,
You know what I was thinking about. Never mind, man. Keep going.
but does jelly really belong in a donut? Think about it, bro. Think about it. It's deep.
They do though, because I had one jelly donut today. It was fucking.
He's like,
It was
hell yeah,
great.
the proof. Hell
Yeah, dude, some Krispy Kreme. Fuck,
Dude,
that's
did you
just
ever
fire.
see the line in Krispy Kreme? That shit is fucking like crack addicts.
Yeah, dude.
They outside
Yep.
when the fucking like the light
And
comes on for the oven.
I have a lot of crack addicts at my work because almost every day someone's bringing donuts.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
it's fucking,
It's fucking savage.
it
They're probably
is.
they're probably trying to stop eating. You know.
Yeah. They're probably trying to stop drinking too, and instead they turn to fucking Krispy.
Is that
Kreme.
what you're doing? You're stopping at Dunkin' and Crispy every night?
No, you won't catch me in one of those lines. Hell
Chris,
no.
how many of these cups of fucking tea do you have a day now?
I would say like two or three.
I asked him, and
But I
he's-
was telling Joe,
yeah.
I found one tea that like it puts your ass to sleep. Like you start drinking that shit at night, and you're like, fucking, you're
Nice.
fucking
I was like,
playing
sure it's not the
2K, and you're
CBD?
falling asleep
Nice.
and shit. And no, it's like a mint tea. That shit's crazy.
Mint
you know what I
tea.
mean? It just starts knocking you out.
But it's healthy for you, man. So
What if
Yeah.
you just like fill up your Bud Light with water?
Yeah.
You can't?
And you just drink.
No, dude, that's disgusting.
No, it's
drink
empty
the same
can.
thing.
I
Same
know,
thing,
but
right?
that's fucking
could do
gross.
it, yeah.
I'm trying to drink the beer for the beer, bro. I ain't trying to drink.
I do that with shots. Like I'll say tequila, but
He's not trying to drink the
It's
beer.
water, yeah.
Because remember, I was down. I'm just like drinking water. Like yeah,
Hell yeah.
Like,
Oh, this
fuck
is
no.
over here cheating people out of shots.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm not trying to
I'm
get
never going. Hey, I'm
fucked
never
up.
going to one of your parties, motherfucker.
That's crazy, dude.
That's fucking crazy, man.
How, dude, Otis? How old are you?
Oh, right now, dog, I'm gonna be 37.
Oh shit!
Damn, you look young.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
man. I appreciate
Hey, and
that.
it's funny because right now I posted a snap of you, you know, and promoting the episode and stuff, and I tagged all of us. And one of my friends, I'm not gonna mention her, she's like, "Hey, he used to sell me my toys."
Oh, for real?
Oh yes,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, I probably have, man. And honestly, there's been situations where I ran into people. They're like, "Oh man, you sold me this," and one girl, I sold her a toy once, and then she actually came back and she thanked me.
Yeah, that might be her,
Okay,
dude.
so-
It might be her.
She
So
was like,
you work
And
at a.
that's that 3,000 spinner too.
"Dude, it's
Dude,
some shit."
she said it was like 200 and something, and like she got the hookup deal on it, and she's like,
Okay, so you
Fucking
still
love
work at an adult shop, or like you used to, or what's
Used
the
to,
situation
yeah.
with that?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
like I had to make a change, and honestly, what I'm gonna be real with y'all. I ain't gonna bullshit y'all since you're on the podcast. Basically, what happened was my manager tried to expand the other store that we had.
Right.
The owners wasn't down with it, and then he basically was like, "Well, I'm pissed off," and he basically like, "Yo, I'm gonna let you go this because I want to hire my wife to be the manager." Yeah, that's basically what
Just like
happened.
that? God damn.
But plus, I'm gonna be real, and I'm not gonna bullshit you because I don't owe anything to him, and I'm not upset with him or anything. I got over it, but basically, he cheated on his wife multiple times, so somebody had to be the scapegoat. So he's like, and plus she was on the COVID unemployment thing, so they're giving extra. So once that ran out, he was like, well.
He had to put her back to work.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna let you go. He told me straight up.
I feel bad for
No, it's all good. But he even lied to me. He was like, well, I'm gonna let you go, but when I let you go, I'm gonna give you a heads up. So whenever it goes down, like,
You already
and he didn't. He lied. He straight up. He didn't even look me in the face when he let me go. He was like, basically, I was going into work. I was like 30 minutes
before.
Yeah, and he just called me on the phone. Like, I'm gonna let you go.
Dude, I would have gone just
Cold.
taken a bunch of shit and just resold it myself.
And I could have. I could have done some fucking
Yeah,
ghetto
you
ass
could've
shit. But I
done some
just like,
fucking shiesty shit.
but I was like, I still had the keys to
How
the
long did
store.
you work there for?
Should have gone back in
like-
blood.
Like almost 18 years, man.
No.
Bro, you spent like 18 years working at a fucking sex shop?
Yeah.
God damn.
And, and that's why I tell people like,
Bro, you-
do what you love, dog. Because honestly, like you invest something, and I was a good. I didn't stole anything. I went to work on time. I was pretty loyal to the company. But then all it takes is something like that, politics,
Yeah.
something that they don't give a fuck.
Right.
So I tell people like, live your shit. Don't go by somebody else's time clock. Go by yours. Like get your money when you can, but do what you love.
You should open your own like sex store and then like have like comedy nights in there.
I could do that shit. Believe me, I could do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
thinking
all right,
about it.
so what's like a fucking normal day in a sex store? Because I've always wondered like what it's like to work there. Because like obviously people
Wait,
think it's
I
like.
think
a
I
certain
went in
way.
there once.
Have you
dude.
been in there?
No, I've never been in.
You've never been in there?
A
You're
proper
lying.
sex shop.
I,
No, I swear to
I
God.
think I went in there once, and then people come out with like the black bag and shit. You know.
I
Black
used
bag's
to
official.
I used to go in there a lot because back in my raving days we'd go
Not
buy
a lot.
whippets.
Oh yeah, that's popular in there too.
So we go buy whippets at like 3 a.m. and we buy the 100-pack.
Be careful with them shits though, because you do those a lot, man. Motherfuckers come in there slurring.
Steve-O?
They come in like this. Can't you whip it? I'm like, are you smoking crack? No, it's whippets, man.
No, they'd be like,
Dude, it fucking fries your brain.
Yeah,
and they
it
come in
does.
there like, I'm like, Mom.
And you guys sell that shit there?
Yeah, they sell.
What
Dude,
the fuck?
They sell like I'll tell you a day in the sex shop. Basically, like when I used to work there, you get normal people come in, like the people that come in for the toys and lingerie, and we have like erection pills there, and guys.
Couple
would come in
adult
for that.
vids. You know?
But the old timers, they come in with they buy the fucking DVD still because they leave the internet's tracking them. So they don't want anybody to know they're not like tranny porn. So they're like, I'll drive. And some cats will buy $300 deep of porn. Like this. Deep.
no way.
Yeah. I had to sit there, open up all the cases. I'm like, dog, and like there's customers behind you. Like, this dude's buying $300 worth of DVDs. I'm like,
They're like, do you still make those hoes?
dude. I'm like, yo, hey, you gonna have calluses on your hand, mom? Like, no, I'm good.
He's like, no, I'm blind.
I use lotion, bro. I'm alright. And you see
I'm
that
moisturized.
Yeah, for real. You see that part of it, and you see like, there's rooms in the back. I'm telling y'all straight up. There's rooms in the back, and guys go to watch movies. Some guys jerk off, but mostly it's like a hookup for homosexuals, gay people. And some of the people I became friends with, like they come in the store. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? What's up? I'm about to sell some.
You don't have to leave a deposit anymore.
No. How you know about that? Every day. He's always telling on himself. He wasn't there for the
whippets. You fucking
Hey, I know because I went to the adult store right here on Southern Park. That's where you get our whippets if it was during the day, and if it was after close, it was the one deeper down. But you would say it's either like the regular cash only deposits for rooms.
That's cool. He's like whipping it out.
All the
That's why
fuck-
I was whipping.
whipping it out.
If somebody say whip it, I'll whip it out.
whipping it out right
Joe's
now.
giving away the fucking fine ass details that you would only know if you've been through this.
I was like, he was telling on himself.
And then he acted like he didn't know Otis when he got here.
He's like,
I never seen you before, man.
Joe's
Yeah.
like, no, you don't recognize me, bro. You don't.
Nah, I never been there.
Otis is like, it's a whipping guy.
God
it's the whipping guy.
Dude,
Whip it out.
but you would get all kind of different people. Like you
Right.
get like
All walks of life.
all walks of life, and dude, it'd be like, and honestly, it was basically a safe haven for perverts. The rooms back there because you have motherfuckers that really don't need to be out during the day. Like seriously, like you glad they're back there. You don't want them out in the public, like some weird. And it'd be the most like casual, like Mr. Robinson with the cashmere
is that
sweater.
shit legal?
Well, the thing is, it's not legal, but
It's not illegal.
it is illegal. But we would turn a blind eye to it,
Right.
and like the city fought us, but the owners have bank that own the shop, so they'll pay the good lawyer to keep it rotating. And the rest of like Arrows and stuff, they don't have any rooms anymore. I think they have a couple, but they turn everything to theaters. We're the only one that had those rooms, so of course everybody gravitated to that shit. And guys hook up. There's guys that are like have wives. I ain't trying to snitch on nobody, but there's guys that have wives, but they're in 2022. There shouldn't be anybody like in the closet. I think you should be comfortable. In your
Yeah,
skin.
Misa.
So, but there's guys that have wives and hook up with dudes. I don't care about that shit. It's just like when you being secretive, just be like real with it.
Right.
But that's the kind of
Maybe it's just maybe it's not really to be out of the closet. It's just trying to hide it. From
Yeah.
the wife,
Well, that's what it is like if they really came out like that, like their wife probably would not be with it, and
They'd be ruined. Like
they'd probably
their
lose like their
family.
family and
Yeah.
like
But then
Get
what
you know what I
divorced.
mean?
But the thing what tripped me out about it is like they would hook up with dudes, right? And then the next day I would see them with their wives shopping for toys and shit, and the wife is fine as fuck. I'm like, fine. I'm like this. If you don't want that,
hand it over.
Hand it over.
give it to me. Bro. I'm starving over here.
I'll take it off your
I was-
ass.
I was
He's like, I'm about to go join one of those rooms.
For real, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, if you don't
Fucking
want it, that's
Otis.
fine. Do your thing. I'm not judging you. I'm like, do your shit. Suck all the dick you want, but give me that if you don't want it.
Otis is like, I'm famine.
Dude, it would be some shit. I'll be like tripping out over it. And like the thing would trip me out also is like I would get polite perverts. I would call them polite
Perverts?
Yeah,
What?
they'll walk in. 'Cause we have
That's
cameras in
crazy.
the back, not in the rooms, but in the hallway.
The
And-
PPs.
And they would walk in like Mr. Robinson walk in with his cashmere sweater, and he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Otis? I'm here, a cup of coffee in his hand. "Hey, how you doing, man? I'm about to go watch some movies." I'm like, "All right, man, Mr. Robinson, I'll see you." And he'll walk back there, and I look in the camera because we have like a little fucking screen right there at the fucking front counter, and then you see him turn the corner, and right when he turned the corner, he would just turn to a pervert. He whip his dick out and you start beating it in the hallway and walking around like this. I'm like this. What the fuck just happened? He just had a mocha latte. He was telling me good morning. He's like, and he would just be a pervert, do whatever the fuck he did, and he would walk off.
Classy.
He'd be like this. Hey Otis, see ya. Hey man, it was good.
Hey, do you think some people in there had like crippling addiction to pornography?
Yeah, dude.
You know
It's a
somebody
sexual
famous?
It's
Terry
an
Crews.
addiction, bro.
Yeah,
Terry
addiction.
Crews opened up about his crippling porn that almost ruined his life.
Bro, there's a
Yeah.
lot of like successful rich people that have sex addictions.
It is.
You know what I mean?
But
I mean, you don't even have to be rich. I mean, it can happen to anybody. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
like
How many people did you see come and go like every day, like on a usual?
On a usual day, man, we would have like, I'm gonna say like on bank, because I would do the paperwork. El Paso on a good day, we make about $6,000-$7,000, and like on the weekends, we'll make about $10,000-$12,000.
What?
Yeah,
Would you guys have like events and shit like that, or like big
Just people
sales
buying
or
shit.
anything
it was
like
just
that?
like it just say like it was like 4th of July, but it was 4th of July weekend, and I was always cool with customers. Like the thing about me, I use my comedic skills, and I was just friendly because if you're buying a big ass dildo, you don't want nobody. You want to feel uncomfortable. Like, you want to
They're
buy
not
your
gonna be like, can I get price check on this 13?
Yeah, exactly. I would make people feel comfortable.
Hey, I tried that one last week, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't recommend, get the other one.
Great body pillow.
So I would make people feel comfortable. Like I would tell jokes and I would like try my material in front of people, and they would laugh to the point like, oh, he made me feel comfortable to the point where
Here's a
I don't
fucking-
feel weird.
I can buy
buying-
more.
Yeah, I can buy more. So that I would be comfortable with them. Like, and I had customers come back like over and over again. So it was cool for that situation. But it was like a July 4th weekend. People be fucking. So it
People
would
be fucking.
So it was a 4th of July weekend. We would get busy on a Friday and Saturday. And if 4th of July fall on a Sunday, it'll be like, dude. And I will always say something like this. I guess people popping more than fireworks this weekend. I'm like, yeah, you're right,
you
bro.
sick fuck.
You sick fuck. You're right.
And that's how it was. It was like,
shit.
we have, besides all
Damn,
that,
18 years, bro.
Dude,
What's the
18
craziest? What's the craziest shit that you saw, or you did, or you had to do?
oh man, the
Most
craziest,
memorable thing.
the craziest shit was, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a real story. This is the craziest shit that ever happened. This dude, and me and him will go at it. This dude, he's like a short little Hispanic dude. He was alright, but he was like a wannabe thug motherfucker. But he would go in the sex shop and he would stay there in the back rooms for like most of my shift and even more. So I worked.
He was waiting for you, man.
No, he was. No, he would put in work back there. I'm talking about like
Put it in work.
I wanted him. You should be clocking in, bro. Like you over back there. You're watching that. You should be clocking in, bro. He was back there for almost 12 hours, bro. I'm like,
you sure it wasn't Chris? You sure it wasn't Chris?
Oh, just hands him a time card and shit.
I was like, you need to clock in, bro, for real.
You get the discount.
But
one time he stopped drinking.
But he would buy like a pocket pussy or whatever and some lube, and I would think like, oh, he's leaving with it.
Each time he buy a new one?
Yeah, he would buy a new one.
Damn, he would just wear that shit then, huh?
Dude, I'm telling you, he put in work. When I say he put in work, he put in work. And he would like buy the shit, but he would walk out the store with the black bag and then walk right back in. It was weird. I'm like this, dude. If you're just gonna just go to the back with it, but he's like he walking like he was a new customer.
Right.
He's like
brand new person.
howdy, and he will go back there. One time he went back there with a pocket pussy. It was a Friday night. I was really busy. Had a long ass line of people, dog. This dude skips the line with his black bag in his hand. He's like, yo, I got a customer complaint, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I got a customer complaint. I'm like, I got a line, bro. You got to chill out. I got a line. He's like, nah, I got a customer complaint. I'm like, I had to say, excuse me, I got to get him. What's the customer complaint? Hey, man, I bought this pocket pussy. It broke on me, bro. It tore, bro. So what you going to do about it? I'm like, nothing. That's like, that shows you putting in work.
Put in work, son.
You putting in work. That's your shit. He's like, no, man. Have you ever heard the customer is right? I'm like this. In this situation, you dead ass wrong, bro. Like you wrong, bro. Like I'm not
the one.
I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I should get another one. He said, let me grab another one. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you grab another one. And then there was a girl in front, like getting her shit. She was like, is this really happening right now? Is he really arguing over a pocket pussy? I'm like, shh, don't say nothing. Shut your ass up. Let him go. So he's sitting there arguing, like, what the fuck, man? Customer's always right. I want new pocket pussies. Bullshit, dose, bullshit. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to do this. Look, man, check this out. I'll show you where it tore. I'll go in the water fountain and I'll clean it out. And I'm like this.
What the fuck?
What? I was like, what? No, bro. I'm not
The
gonna.
water fountain?
Damn
Yeah,
CP.
he was gonna clean it out. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna know, bro. And he got pissed off and he went back to the rooms again.
Start putting in work again.
Yeah, putting in work. I guess with the tore up shit. And then I'm still getting customers. Then he comes back again. He's like, yo, I got a customer complaint. I'm like this. What, bro? Look, man, the buttons in the back room don't work. I can't fast forward the porn, man. Go back here, check this shit out. I'm like this. Dude, I ain't got time for this shit. I got a line. Come on, man. Like, the customers are always right. I'm like, you're dead ass wrong, bro. Right here. But I had another employee with me, so I was like, look, get the line. I'll go back there. So I put my gloves on because I don't go wear no gloves.
Dude,
Fuck, put that mask on too, players.
I was wearing the gloves before the pandemic even started. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't get
dude.
that. So I'm over here, like, I go back there with the gloves, dog. He had the room closed. I open the door to the room, and as soon as I walk in, it's like a fucking slip and slide. Like, there's
God
lube.
bless.
There was lube everywhere.
Damn.
Like lube. I was slipping. I had to hold myself. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you guys clean those rooms every day?
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, back in the day, I had to clean
Yeah,
them shits.
someone's got to clean them, dude.
So I had to clean them shits. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I can sit there. No, I didn't do it. Like, no, it's
It's part of the job.
dude. Cleaning up man jizz was part of it. Like, that's what. That's why my comedic side of me comes out, because I'm not gonna
Joe
sit
does
there.
that every morning.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm always like, gotta get the towel.
You should have sound the mop. Like when you like when you would take the mop would dry, it would be stiff as fuck.
Like Misa socks.
Like one big ass wet sock, full of cum.
The mop looked like a Super Saiyan. It was just,
That's so disgusting.
it was just like
fucking
it was.
gross.
But that's I'm like, dude, you had me slipping and
fuck.
sliding back here. He's like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, dude, you have the whole entire room in lube, bro. He's like, you know what, man? I'm sorry. It's my fault. You want me to clean it up? I'm like, just get the fuck out of here, man. Can you just leave me alone for the day? Otis, man, you're right. And he just walked off.
He's like, I'm out.
And he just,
want my pocket pussy.
dude, and that's the shit I had to
wild,
deal
bro.
with, dog. Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that's why I like one of the tripped out stories. And I'm gonna tell you guys another story, and it was pretty hilarious. Like, sometimes we sell those 30-pound asses. Like, they come in a big ass box, like 30-pound asses. And one ass had a remote control to it. You can make it twerk and shit. It was real cool.
What?
Yeah.
Misa's like, I need that.
Dude, you can even
Dude, Misa's eyes
Sign
lit up
me
and
up,
shit.
coach. It was not, you can even synchronize it to
He's
music.
just like,
For real, dude. It was, and I remember like
You
it
can
was,
synchronize it to
for real. It's a real, and like twerks each cheek moves. I played with it because a lot of times I'd be like this.
I played with it. Yeah,
we take it out the box. I'll be like this. I gotta check this out. This is real.
I
He's
gotta
got to
give
be
it a
able to
review.
sell it, you know?
Yeah, I can't sit there and sell it to the customer
Right.
if
If I ain't fucked with
I
it.
ain't tested it out. Like, yo, man.
Hey, have you ever tried that song "Hips Don't Lie" in this?
He's all, you want to play some Travis Porter off this bitch?
For real, dude. And I remember selling this this big ass twerking booty to this older white dude, right? And he had like RV and he parked it in the back of the store. He was like, "Yo, can you carry it out to my car?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got you. Don't worry about that." He's like, "You know, man, this is cheaper than having a wife." And I'm like this. Yeah, my wife passed away, but I'm not gonna get any more new pussy because it's too expensive. I'm like, all right, I got you, dog. It's $300, but it's worth it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna save so much money and dates and stuff. He was an older guy. He's about 60, 70 years old. So I carry out to his RV. I don't go inside, just hand it to him, and then he goes up there and does his thing with it. But he never leaves the parking lot. I thought he was gonna take off.
He's testing it out, my guy.
But yeah, he was in there for like a minute. So I go back inside. We have cameras and shit. And all of a sudden, I see this butt ass naked white dude in Tim boots, and the dumpster is like up the hill from where the RV he was at. So he's walking butt ass naked in broad daylight during the day to throw the box away. And I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And I told the employee, you got to see this. I don't want to. No, you're going to see this. I'm like, he's butt ass naked, and he was walking with the box. He throws it in the dumpster, and then he just goes like this, and hands on his hips, butt ass naked, and walks around like, stops and looks around.
He just conquered the world.
The world.
I got my ass and you ass.
And then he walks back into the RV like nothing, bro. But broad
That's
daylight.
so weird.
Dude, I was thinking that he was gonna be there for a while, and then Otis had to go and check on him. And next thing you know,
He has a heart
in. He walks in and he put it on his face, fucking suffocated.
Hey, did you guys have any like not preventive measures, but like any like self defense, like pepper spray or a button or
Nah,
But it's
man.
like these hands, baby.
All I had was
He's got a 2-foot dick underneath
like,
the register.
All we had was like basically like we used to have an old axe handle underneath the counter. That was it, and we had like some chick brought some pepper spray,
That was it.
and that was it. But I don't want to talk bad about the porn store, but it was just like those unique situations.
Right.
But for the most part, it was good customers.
I mean,
got
18
cool.
years, shit.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean,
Fuck.
it must have been.
You lasted that long.
Did you get paid good at least to
Yeah.
be dealing with that shit?
The thing is, like, as I got paid better, it's funny. Like now that I got the raise, is when I got let go. Like when I got, no,
Bastards.
yeah, it's like, oh, now we're gonna let him go because
He make too much.
no, I gotta hire my wife.
Hey man, I'll go back and clean them rooms.
Fuck that, dude. That
No,
shit
fuck
was
that.
fucking crazy.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
fuck
stuff
that.
you would find in there, dog, it was.
Nope. Don't want to know, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
good
too
on
much.
that. All right, dude. So, for anybody that wants to catch you at any shows coming up, what shows do you got planned coming up for the month of March or this week, and then I guess the month of March?
Oh,
The month of March? Damn, what are you
March?
munching? What are you trying to
Damn.
munch, huh?
The Munch of March.
Munch of
Porcino.
He's hungry.
Sounds like a good sexual month, like
Yeah.
a Munch of
Munch
March,
of
man.
March.
About to get you girl with this Munch of March, baby.
March munchness.
It's Munch Martinez.
Hey, okay.
Munch madness.
Hey, calm down, future.
For real, dog. You started something right now. That could be a
Munch
trend,
madness
dog.
right there.
Munch Martinez.
Dude,
Munch Martinez.
dude, one of your girls is happy. Like, I'm a Munch Martinez right now.
Munch on.
He's like, let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go for it.
God bless.
Nah, but
fuck.
I got a show coming up tomorrow, Thursday on the 24th at the Church Bar.
Right.
So that's gonna be fun. That's my first time performing there, and I got a gig at the Rock and Cigar Bar.
Which one? East Side one?
I think it's the East Side one. It's on March 3rd.
Nice.
So I
That's
never
a
been there.
Thursday.
March 3rd.
Yeah.
Well, this episode comes out on Sunday, so people are more than likely should hear how good you did at the church bar.
On
Yeah.
Sunday?
And if I suck, you don't have to come, but I won't suck.
And if you suck, then they won't hear it.
Yeah.
Wait,
like
it's this Sunday?
no,
At
it's
Church Bar?
Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's at
Tomorrow,
Church
Church Bar?
Yeah.
What's tomorrow, Thursday?
Yeah, it's right next to that motel that burned down and
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right in
it's
front of
crazy.
the
Dude.
Reagan and...
That tripped me to fuck. I saw that shit like, dude, like I remember I used to call it the Crackhead Motel, like.
Right. 'Cause
Everybody-
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, yo, like, I can't believe somebody, well, crackheads burned it down. But Like I told y'all, they came out like fucking burn free. Like they had a mark on them. They just
Right? They were
walked
like,
out.
"We good."
We good. I was roasting marshmallows, bro. That's it.
God is good.
That's
For real, man.
fucking funny, dude. And for people that want to follow you on social media, where can they find you, dude?
They can find me at Instagram, Hicks Otis, and on Facebook, Otis Hicks. And I'm also on TikTok at Big Headed Comedian. So
Hey.
you ain't gonna find out the name of that.
Hey, before,
Proper
well,
fits.
I'll show it right now. I'll show it.
All right, we're coming up on 54 minutes here on the first half. What we'll do is we'll take a break. When we come back, Misa's got his history segment. Joe's got some trendy national and local topics, and then we're gonna. I also want to ask Otis what makes a good stand-up comedian. I want to see what he would say to that. So we'll do all that on the second half of the podcast. For right now, guys, make sure you guys are subscribing to our YouTube page. Get us up to the 400 subs. Following us on Facebook and Instagram, and then Apple Podcasts. Leave a rating and a review. We're gonna go ahead and take this break, and we will be right back.
Try to replace me, but bitch, I'm one of a kind. You know I be speed racing up on the highway 95. Look, I don't give a fuck why these niggas hating on me. Oh, wait, because I got your bitch tripping on me. She said my love promethazine got her leaning on me. Spanish mommy with that accent, bet she call me Poppy. Okay, yeah, she be hitting my phone like when she...
All right, guys, we are back from break. Episode 115 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Give us a triple horn, Misa. With our boy, Mr. Otis Hicks.
Yes, sir.
Catching a vibe today, guys. And our boy Joe is, he's settled in comfortably. He looks good. He looks like, I don't know, he looks like a
was a little
smart,
cold.
strapping young man. You know
Hey
what I mean?
man, you know what? I like it when he's not on his phone and he's like paying full attention.
Right? It makes me feel good and warm inside. You know what I mean?
It does.
It's crazy. So, Mr. Otis, how are you feeling the vibes today, bro?
I'm feeling like a black Ninja Turtle.
There you go. God damn. Breathe that shit up, Joe. Breathe that shit up.
Oh, I'm gonna find it. I gotta find
Dude, this was hilarious. Joe brought up this picture during the break, and guys, if you're listening to us on like Spotify or Apple Pod, come to our YouTube channel so you can see when we throw like these images up, like this one that Joe's gonna find right now. This shit was hilarious. But yeah, dude, thank you for sliding through, Otis. This shit has been really funny.
Oh, man, I love
you're a
y'all,
stand-up guy. We got into some sex talk with the sex shop. That shit was cool, and I would not want to clean up one of those rooms. I'm telling you right now.
It's
But
an
yeah.
adventure.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure it is. Joe all of a sudden cannot find the fucking picture.
It froze.
Here we go. So, Jesus Christ, Joe, come on,
Black
man.
Donatello froze.
Right?
That what?
The Black Donatello.
How does the internet
I mean,
just freeze randomly now?
The computer froze.
Like the internet's been working fine this whole
This
time.
is what happens when we like give props to Joe for like doing a good job and shit. He goes and fucks it up right after.
We try to get him to execute one thing and he
thing,
can't.
dude.
But then
Jesus.
on his own, off camera, like when we're not recording, he's there bringing all sorts of shit
Yeah.
up. Good job, Joe. Round of
job.
applause.
It froze.
Yeah.
It froze. The computer froze.
God bless.
Joe, you know what?
Man, you are one pathetic one.
All right, so what we're gonna do, guys, we have these the history segment with Misa, but we're not gonna do that just yet. I had that last question for Otis, kind of like trying to get his like perspective on what makes like a good stand-up comedian in his opinion, or like what does he look for like when he sees others, or what he tries to do when he's on stage. What do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I used to think being authentic to yourself. Like that's why I tell people,
Gotta be
like,
real.
Gotta be authentic. And me personally, I'm just going from my opinion only. You just tell your truth. Like don't try to appease to other people and don't worry about what other people think. Just go up there and just tell your truth. And the truth is always funnier than a lie.
Right.
So that's why I tell people, I just do yourself and don't worry about what people think. And it's trial and tribulation. Like you're gonna eat a dick. Like that's what it's comics called, eating a dick when we fucking suck on stage. Every comic has gone through it. But if you truly want to do that shit, you keep continually doing it. Because there's times where I've ate plenty of dicks. I even put mustard on mine and went down my throat a little
On the
smoother.
glizzy?
On the glizzy, dog. But if that what's your path in life, anything, not just comedy, but you truly stick to it.
Right.
You'll take all the ups and downs with it because this is what you really want. This is what, like, you feel like this is what I'm geared to do. So you don't stop yourself from doing that. So that's why I tell people, like, don't let nobody deter you or tell you the opposite. If this is what you fucking want to do it. Like, just go up there. I look for just being authentic. When I'm up there and I tell you guys jokes, you're like, that big headed Ninja Turtle looking motherfucker.
Actually, there I have it. Let me
Pull it up now. Right during his story, his very good story. He's like, oh, pull this shit up now. Here it is. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck. That's the name, the way I found it. I mean,
the way I found it.
It's kind of a rough.
What
name.
did you put in the internet?
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Black History Month. You better not say it.
Right. Okay,
Put it
take
right
that shit down.
Tello.
Take that shit down, Joe. That shit's hilarious. So God bless.
That's funny.
But yeah, dude, you know, I like what you said, like about being genuine and like kind of like actually saying it how it is. It's kind of like the same, like if you're gonna be a rapper, like you don't want to be rapping about shit you don't fucking do, like gang banging and like making all this money when you're not, like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of the same, like be true to yourself and like say like shit that you could say that you know is like true, you know what I mean? Not trying to fake it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, I ain't trying to be like a fucking old fucking fogey, but nowadays in the rap now, you don't have to really make sentences. You just kind of mumble and you're good. Like, oh man, that was fucking lit, bro. What did he say? It doesn't matter what he said, bro. The beat goes hard, son.
Bro, Otis, the old head just came out, right?
Yeah, for real, that's the old head of me. Like, yo, fuck this. Cause I talked to my daughter, like, what did he say? She listens like the Playboy Cardi and shit like that. Like, what did he say? Dad, it doesn't matter what he said. The beat is fire.
That's what I always say.
Check out the beat. But when he was mumbling shit, it doesn't matter what he said. It's deeper than words. I'm like,
It's all about vibes, bro.
First, like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But I put like Wu-Tang on for her and like Nas. She's like this. Yeah, they're talking too much.
The beat don't go that hard.
They're trying to like educate me. I don't want to get educated. I want to get lit.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like me listening to music right there.
For real.
Yeah.
As long as it's not hospitals.
That shit's funny. All right, so how many kids do you have, dude?
I only have one kid that I know of.
One that we can account for.
Hey, there's a
Well,
bunch of
I'm
German
for-
chocolate up in Germany, huh?
There's probably some out there that I don't know of. If you see a German kid with a big head, that's
I'm gonna be like, put on the Donatello mask.
Put on the mask so we can see.
Make sure it's a purple one.
If we can identify you. That's fucked, Joe.
Oh my god,
Joe, you're an asshole, dude. God damn, fucking Joe, dude.
Jesus.
But you're a truthful asshole. That's why. I'm a truthful asshole.
He keeps it real.
He's a straight savage, man. That's what I like.
That's why
about him.
that's why the bitches like him. You know, he keeps it too real.
That's
I
what,
don't know about that, but
but when you're wearing kids' hats, like I'm always inner child. I'm like, you have it on your head, bro. Like,
hey, if somebody's gonna say it, I'd rather be Joe.
That's
yeah,
funny,
be true.
dude.
Like, you're funny, dude.
All right, so you got one kid that you can account for.
Yes.
And you said it's your daughter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how old is she?
She's already like in her like 17.
Damn, she
Damn,
grown.
she grown.
She buying
Well, yeah,
$200 pants and
Joe, chill, Joe.
Well, he's already pushing 40. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
She's dating island boys. I'm fucking.
island boy.
Fucking.
There goes
everything's-
my whole check, boy.
dude. And it's not like I say it in my comedy, but it's not like it used to be when like the guys would go to the door and shake the dad's hand.
Hell no,
Yeah.
dude. They ain't doing
No.
that
They
shit.
They ain't
no
doing
more.
that shit. They just yell from the car, yo, I'm boning your daughter, bro.
I'll slide through after Whataburger like 2 a.m.
For
cool?
real, dog. Check my TikTok, fool.
Follow me on TikTok.
For real. That's what I'm like, yo, what the? And my daughter's like, well, I'm not really dating him, dad, so I can't introduce you.
And then she's like, and he's nice, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, but my daughter tells, like, I hate to say this, but my daughter's being real with me. She's basically saying, like, look, I know these are fuck boys, and that's what I basically use them for. They're fuck boys. And I'm like this.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I'm like, why are you telling me? Like, I'm being real with you, dad. Like, you want me to be real with you?
Hey.
And I'm like, it hurts my soul. But at the same
He's
time,
like, oh,
You're
that
like,
would
turn
hurt
down the realness a little bit.
You're gonna
Shit.
get a fucking, you're gonna get a fucking
But-
heart attack out here.
I am. but I respect her honesty because when I was
he got a PS5, you better take it.
for real, like take
I
it.
need one.
Plus, when she was growing up, like I never really been married,
Right.
So I had different women coming in and out. So I'm not continuously, but she went through all my bad relationships.
She ain't
breakups.
dumb.
She's like, I'm trying to be like you, daddy.
No, hell no.
She's not dumb, dude. She's seen, like, you know, she's been around. She's observant.
She observant.
So she knows what's
She's
good.
smart.
and she knows not to be crazy because all the women I've pretty much dated had some mental issues.
Okay.
Like any guy's been there. Like,
Right.
Yep.
you
I mean,
like this.
you and Joe have a lot in common in that
Yeah, we
area.
do.
Y'all
it's
met
like-
your girls at the suck shop or what?
Dude, I have
In
met
the
a
back
couple
room?
At the raves, at a rave.
He's like, yeah.
at the rave with whippets, with my Donatello mask on.
With nothing but his Donatello mask on. That's the only thing he's got on.
That's his go-to costume.
Just sitting there like, yo,
Fuck.
cowabunga.
I try
dude.
really hard not to picture that. but-
Cowabunga. with the box of
It's already in your brain, bro.
Cowabunga, bro.
It's already in your mental, dog. It's over. It's
That's
like,
how every time I look, I'll be like, Donatello.
Donatello.
God damn, that's
I don't
too
want
much.
any pussy. I'm making machines, bro. I'm making gadgets.
That's too
Dude,
much,
at your
bro.
shows, I'm gonna be like, Kawabunga!
Yeah, and people be accurate, dog. Like I got roasted, and that was one of the main things at the roast battle before. You know that roast battle.
I was there?
No, I was after the fucking West Side
okay.
incident that hit him up. Incident over there.
The Tupac incident.
I was thinking too. I was like, dude, we're from the West Side, bro. Like that
Dude.
shit's gonna get down.
For the Tupac and Biggie stuff started,
that
it
shit's
was
hilarious.
like, and then somebody, I think it was Jordan. Jordan called me a Ninja Turtle, and he was like, and somebody else called me like, you're like the Harry Potter of the ghetto. And I'm like, that's pretty good. I was like, that's a good roast. And I told
It's like Lil Bill all
Hey,
grown
so
up.
saying
I
you're
would've
Wizard
been a
Harry,
funny one.
he's all like, you're a pervert, Harry.
yeah, for real, it was a good roast battle between me and Jordan, dog. Like,
Joe, if Joe was up there with you, it would have been like, oh look, Lil Bill grew up.
Bro, I forgot about Little Bill, bro.
Let me pull up. You should. Little Bill. Let me pull him up real quick one time. Oh, bro. They're fucking twins.
Oh my god.
Hey, like that video, it's all like, look at this dude.
Fucking Little Bill, bro. Dude, whatever happened?
Big ass head right
Whatever
there.
happened?
Hey, well, he was a
Yeah,
the
whatever
creation
happened to
of,
Little Bill, bro?
He grew up
creation
and
of
then
Bill
became a
Cosby.
comedian.
Oh, he was created by Bill Cosby.
That's why little pervert is just. I'll make
Yeah,
sense.
we're getting canceled quick.
they replaced him with Caillou, dog.
damn.
Caillou replaced him. Like, yo, we gotta
bald-headed,
get-
big-head motherfucker.
It's like Caillou's like, yo, throwing up the set. You gotta go, bro.
That shit is hilarious, dude. Fuck.
That's funny.
Little Bill.
Oh man, goddamn.
Lil Bill all grown up.
Speaking of things that happened in the past, I think we're ready for Misa's segment here, his history segment. What Misa's gonna do is he's gonna tell us the date and tell us some of the most significant events in history.
Hey, like last week, he's like, ain't shit happened.
Yeah, hey, last
And that's the thing, guys. Look, hold on, Chris. Hold on.
he
And I've been
played it
telling you
down
this.
so hard last week.
Look, and I was telling Chris earlier today, I was like, dude, look, I like this whole new segments and shit like that, you know, but when you tell me that I got to look up some history shit on this day, that's cool. But dude, pick a fucking good day to fucking have a podcast.
What did we do? Just the whole week thing.
Nah, I think the day is what really hits.
Well,
You know
whatever.
what I mean?
So
Well, no, 'cause
I
what if
picked
there
the
really
day.
ain't shit?
Hey, dude, it's fucking history. There has to be something.
Something went down.
Something happened every fucking day. There wasn't one day that people just stopped doing shit.
That's
Like that never happened.
That's facts.
That kind of was actually.
There was actually one. BBC Radio in England reported there was no news.
Yeah, one
that's news.
But
right
that
there.
wasn't today.
The one
Yeah,
day
that's only in
in
England,
news that there is no news. That's news right there.
Just
in
a
itself.
fact.
Anyways, guys, February 23rd.
Okay.
What the fuck happened February 3rd? Well, let me tell you. On this day, back in 1836, all right, the siege of the Alamo started.
Oh,
Bro,
remember the
no,
Alamo?
bro.
That's big. That's huge.
That's
Bro,
Is it big? Is it, so why don't we celebrate it?
Hey, I
right.
do. That's why I'm wearing my Spurs hat.
well, I mean, because why would we want to?
Spurs.
I
All
mean,
right, so-
we don't want to celebrate bad things.
Hey,
Like,
man,
the
Tim-
siege was like bad. You know
Tim
what I'm
Duncan wasn't at the Alamo, bro.
Yeah, he was.
saying? His great grandfather was
He had
there.
Ginobili. He had Tony Parker in that home.
All right, so the Alamo, the siege of the Alamo.
The siege of the Alamo happened. 3,000 Mexicans. You know, it took 13 days. And the thing is like maybe a few months ago, I was looking up, and I never knew that there was like conspiracy theories that had to do with the Alamo. But there's this theory that actually Americans, the Texans, they made it seem like it was like the final battle that Texans actually stood there and fought. Like, but the real story, and there's a lot of people in their journals and talking about it, that Texans were trying to leave. You know, like Crockett that was there, he was trying to fucking get out of there. He actually, they said that they actually surrendered. There's Mexican soldiers out there that went and said that they all surrendered, You know, and they eventually got executed.
Hey,
for
David
it.
Crockett's like,
But they didn't
I need a
fight.
cigarette. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, guys.
Right.
I'll be back.
Time out, man. Like y'all want to fight?
We need the Ninja Turtles. No,
It's not as like historic and valiant.
right,
as,
right.
Like, people make it out to be now.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you know, y'all know the end of that. You know, but
yeah.
what the crazy thing is that was what 1836.
Yeah, we had everybody there. We had James Bowie in that bitch, Santa Ana. We had David Crockett, William Barrett.
It was the who's who of war back then.
Yeah, it was.
The who's who was there.
She was popping off back then.
Speaking of Texas, on this day in 1861, Texas decided to be like, you know what, man, we're in a civil war. We're out. We're out of the
and
union.
smoke a cigarette.
On this day in 1861,
They seceded from the union.
they seceded from the union.
Wow.
And we all know how that ended up.
Yeah,
You know, the South, yeah, Bell, second place. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
You know?
We were neutral in our own country.
Otis just goes, wow.
It was like, hey, it was like, we want to make some beer, some craft beers, some IPAs.
get
We
you
got
fucked
time
up
for this shit.
organically.
Yeah, we're gonna
So,
organic beers.
That's the first day they started brewing Shinerbach and shit.
Right?
For real.
They're like, ain't gonna worry about that shit.
We're gonna start getting fucked up.
For real, make some barbecue. We got time for this shit, bro.
This one's on me,
for
boys.
Like, have you guys seen that stupid joke? Like the fucking Tennessee Jack Daniel's whiskey was made in like that time
In Lynchburg,
and
yeah.
they're like, somebody was like really cared about making whiskey more than the fucking Civil War that was happening. In the,
Yeah, well, the only
backyard.
reason why I think it survived is because the guy who had
The distillery.
the guy that made the shit that made Jack Daniels, like all the ingredients, was a slave.
Yeah, it was a slave.
True.
It was a slave.
Oh, really?
You know that the county
Damn.
was actually a dry county, so you would make Jack Daniels, but you couldn't drink in that county.
Yeah,
where you
just
made it. And to the
distribute
day,
it.
it's still a dry county.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So you telling me a slave made Jack Daniels?
Yeah, well, Jack Daniels, like, he got it from his friend who was a slave, and from his ingredients. So Jack Daniels whiskey was.
So it shouldn't be called Jack Daniels. It should be called Jermaine Daniels.
yeah,
Okay, that makes
Sounds
sense.
about right.
yeah. Jermaine.
First time.
But he wasn't a
It's not
slave
the
anymore.
first time
He was,
they did that shit.
he was, yeah.
Otis is like, motherfuckers got us again.
You guys like stealing our shit. You gotta go ahead and make Hennessy. That.
Right? Hey,
let's go make some Henny.
anything's possible.
Hell yeah, dog. I did not know that's deep shit. I didn't know that. Thank you for that information.
You'll forget about it.
I'm not
later on
I'm
after
not gonna forget that shit. I'm like, just
I already did. I don't know.
Man,
We're talking
what
about-
were we talking about? Beer?
the next time I order a fucking, I'm like, give me some Jermaine. Daniels, right? What? Jermaine? That's his name. He made the shit
that's
first.
why. That's why the bottle's black. They're like, we gotta give him some credit.
Hell yeah, make that. Give me some Jermaine Daniels.
All right, guys. Well,
On the
moving
rocks.
on. Moving on, guys. On this day in 1945, during the bloody Battle of Iwo Jima, the famous photograph of U.S. Marines from the 3rd Battalion, E Company, 2nd Battalion, 28th Regiment of the 5th Division.
God damn.
Jesus.
You look like you
Take
just
the
made that
crest
shit up.
of Mount Suribachi in the island's highest peak and raise the U.S. flag. You guys remember that photo?
The
You know, the
iconic
Marines
one?
like
Yeah,
pulling.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
there's, like,
yeah,
a
I
few
remember that
Marines.
photo.
Let me
Yeah.
pull it up real quick.
So that happened today too.
That happened today in
Congrats to that, man.
1945 in Iwo Jima.
Bro,
me
today
share
was
it.
lit.
And I gotta say this photograph was shot by a Marine photographer, Louis Lowry.
This was staged, right?
was
That
there?
shit was staged, huh?
No, it wasn't
No,
actually. The thing was, and I've read all this. There was already somebody had already put a United
But it was
States
too
flag,
small.
but it was really small.
So they wouldn't put a bigger
They
one?
actually had somebody from a ship bring back into a fucking
big flag.
America
Yeah.
had that big dick energy
So-
that day. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It wasn't,
yeah?
it wasn't
Yeah.
staged in a way that they were like going up and then they're like, all right, hold up, guys, let me take a picture. No, that's
was
just
just
how it
happening.
naturally happened. It was actually a video of it.
Yeah.
Really?
Of
So-
them like putting it up, and then like they're. I saw this a while
There you
back,
go.
and they show the video of like the boat coming back from the ship, and because it was like a good while up.
Wow,
Look at him,
man, that's
dude.
fuck- that's kind of cool.
You
man.
mentioned World War II, and Joe's ears just perk up. He's like, "Yo, I'm all in, baby."
Hell, I got no audio info. I know
Since,
this.
since we're talking about that was a 1945. In today's date in 1940, Walt Disney's animated movie Pinocchio was released.
Oh,
Have you guys watched that movie Pinocchio? That
Yeah.
movie
That's
would
old
creep
school.
me the fuck out when I was little. I gotta say.
Yeah, it
But
was kinda
strange
weird.
concept.
honestly,
for a
I
movie
honestly
for a
didn't
kid
know.
movie.
I thought those movies were made like in the 70s, 80s, maybe. But this movie came out in 1940.
Yeah.
Yes, if you look at it now, it is sort of kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you're a grown old ass man with a little boy. Like, I want a little boy.
I wish he was alive.
Whoa.
And every time time he lied, he got bigger.
Yeah, that was weird. I like that.
Fucking Misa, that was dark.
Yo,
The way you said that was dark,
Fucking
bro.
Otis brought it up. Fucking
I'm just being ready. The crickets like this. What's going on?
Bro, we're getting canceled for this too.
Hey, so,
Definitely
hey,
Pinocchio, fuck.
Well, last but not
Oh,
least, guys,
shit.
on this day in 1968, my man Wilt Chamberlain became the first NBA player to score 25,000 points.
Yes,
Bro.
and fuck 25,000 women. Give it up for Will Chamberlain.
that's my idol right there.
Round of applause. The boy
He's the
Will.
real GOAT. Forget MJ and LeBron James.
Yeah, right.
He's the GOAT. He's like, he ain't wear a condom.
He was just raw dogging him?
Yeah, he had sex with over 10,000 women. No STDs reported.
What?
And that
MJ
is,
couldn't even do that.
How did he do that?
with no kids involved. I don't think he had a lot
Bro,
of
that
kids.
okay, hold on. That doesn't add up.
Wait,
No, you don't see a lot of Wilt Chamberlain's kids. I never seen like
What?
he's 30 deep. Like he was.
he's 40
Bro, I
deep.
don't, dude, like
Yo, he has the money.
mathematically, that doesn't make sense.
No, dude, yeah, there's a thing. There's a thing that
Especially-
came
Yeah.
out that he fucking
What?
he
said he, like,
he could have fucked like 10 chicks a day or some shit.
He probably did, bro. He's like,
So he was just the master of the pullout game. He invented it.
Yes, he's
Matter
like,
of fact.
yo.
Dude, it says though he maintained in his autobiography that he had 20,000 lovers.
Jesus. God damn.
I shortchanged it. Any kids?
Bro, that isn't that more than like the state of like Idaho, the like residents of Idaho.
Yeah,
I swear to God, dude.
he could have started his own state if we
Right,
looked at it.
right.
Yes.
With the girls that he smashed.
He's the real GOAT, dog. Like he was like this. I'm a goaltend. Dog.
Right.
I'm a goaltend. I'm gonna go over here and tell shit
Well,
up.
there you go, guys. That's what happened on this day, on February 23rd, and this day in history.
Hey, that was a solid ass day.
Bro, I'm telling you, these days are good.
Hell yeah.
And I like how Misa keeps playing this shit down. Like, oh, there's nothing to find here.
I mean, dude, I'm a
There's
big history
nothing to
guy.
find
I
here.
loved history since I was born. And man, there's a lot better and more interesting things out there.
I mean, Pinocchio.
I was telling Chris, like, you know, like
Pretty solid.
You're searching this shit, and all you see is like, oh man, 1405, the Spanish king dies, blah blah blah. Like, and Chris was like, dude, that's
Bro,
fucking
that's deep.
important.
In
That's
1405, that was a lit ass day. Like, yo, the fucking king died. What do you mean?
Off with his head.
Not
What
my
do you
king.
mean?
Jesus.
Fuck. It was lit, all right. You blowing out the candle. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Bro, that shit was.
Not no more.
Bro, imagine like your fucking royal king dying back in the day, bro.
Hey,
like,
back in the day, they would
your-
slide for the
bro.
king.
Your kingdom was in shambles. You know what I mean?
Look,
bro,
back in the day, the king would just he could take your girl.
right.
take your bitch.
That's
He
what I'm
just
saying.
He just be like this. I'm gonna take your wife. I'm a boner.
I'll give
I
her
might
back,
give
though.
it back to. Nah, I'm not gonna give it back. I might.
I might. Depends. I'll let you know.
Plus, I have syphilis, so I ain't gonna live soon. So let's make it work.
If I give her back, that tells you something.
Yeah, dude, it's like what the fuck? Like I don't understand that shit. It's crazy
dude,
back in
okay.
those days.
All right, it's a great segment. I like it. I like the history behind
Yes.
it. And like I said, anytime that fucking World War II comes up, Joe fucking starts pitching a little tent over
Yeah,
there.
and I gotta say, last
I'm
week,
bricked up, my boy.
last week for episode
believe
episode 114, we started that segment for the first time, and I brought up that
Iwo
day.
Jima, the
No,
Battle
that
of
day
Iwo
was
Jima.
Pluto, the guy that invented or that discovered Pluto. Your sister actually commented.
He's from NMSU.
Yeah, and he was from NMSU, and they actually named the building after him. So
Really?
I like the fact that people were listening, and they're like, "Hey, you know what? Well, fun fact about that."
They
you know?
fun fact,
cool.
our fun fact.
Yeah, dude. So shout out
Touche.
to Amanda.
Motherfuckers.
I appreciate you.
That's
I was
cool.
just thinking, like, man, dude, nobody's gonna know this shit. Pluto.
That
Pluto's not even a planet anymore. What
It's
the
not.
fuck?
They just said, nah, you good.
Yeah,
you good.
You're not a part of it.
They
dog.
cut him from the team. They said,
It's like
"Yo,
2022. You can't call it a fucking planet. Get the hell out
the
of
most
here.
basic ass planet out there. They said, get the fuck
It's like,
out.
nah, you're just full of gas.
It's not
bro.
even a. It's not even a star. It's not even a full star. It's a dwarf star.
Midget ass star.
Midget ass star.
Bro, you
Gas
just farting
ass
all the
star.
time. You just gas ass star. Farting
Gas
all the
ass
time.
star.
Fucking gassed up star. You ain't shit.
You ain't nothing, bro. Yeah, I let you go. Pluto.
Gassed up for no
Anyways,
reason.
Amanda, you see what happens?
Fuck.
You bring up Pluto. Pluto's being a puto.
All right, guys. So now, real fast, before we get to the back end of the podcast, our boy Joe's got some national trending and local topics we're gonna
yes,
hit really
I do.
fast, and then I got 5 random questions for our boy Otis to close us out. What do you guys say?
Let's go.
Let's go.
do it.
Let's get
All
it.
right, guys. So,
All right, Joe. What do we got?
first up today is the All-Star game.
Shee.
Oh, dude. I heard this fucking Curry got crazy on this
Otis,
game, right?
you're a sports fan, right?
Yeah, Steph Curry with the shot. Chef Curry with the shot, boy.
Fucking shooting them balls from Chris's hairline.
Look, hey, Chris is a fanboy. Chris is a fanboy. Look at him up there.
Bro. We got Curry up here.
Oh, hey, that's the shooter, dog.
Yeah, dude, Curry's my guy, bro. He's the shit, dude. But you're a big sports fan, right?
Yes.
I always see you like talking shit on Facebook about the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboy fan.
Yes.
I know you're a Cowboy fan.
We're a Cowboy fan.
You got something to say now?
But
We them boys, dog.
so you do like the NBA as well, right?
Yes.
Who's your team?
My team doesn't exist right now. It's the 76ers at this point.
I thought you were gonna say OKC. I was like,
Wait, who's
damn.
that?
Nah,
Yeah, I thought
Seattle
like
Supersonics.
The Supersonics.
But I like right now the 76ers. Unfortunately, with Ben Simmons and
Right.
not shooting things.
Got
but-
James Harden.
Hey, yo,
now.
that guy. They ended up trading him, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got James
Brooklyn.
Harden now, bro.
Because he
The
didn't want.
beard.
He did go to practice, and he got butthurt because he would throw bricks all the time.
Yeah, so basically what
That guy's
happened?
trash.
They traded a guy that can shoot and plays no
Simmons?
defense for a guy that can't shoot and plays defense.
Right.
That's it. Like we just swapped.
Have you guys seen the videos of Simmons practicing with Miller now? What's his name? Miller. He used to play with the
Reggie
Cavaliers.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller,
the white
really?
guy.
Really? He's
The
shooting?
3-pointer guy.
Yeah,
He's
Mike
actually
Miller.
shooting. No.
So yeah, so you in this video you see Mike Miller handing him the ball and Simmons like trying to shoot it with one hand, trying to get his shit ready,
All right.
you know. So this guy's getting coached by Mike Miller right now.
All I gotta say is I love Ben Simmons because he was a Sixer, but I've seen him in the gym shooting, but in the game he don't do it. So I don't want to hear it's like you like.
You just got lazy, dude.
But it's like this. You tell a girl like, yeah, I got a 12-inch. I'm gonna fuck you all night.
That's because
and
he's
you
looking for
3-inch.
stats, right? At that point, you know, like it's like you're not gonna be good.
I think mentally he's
Yeah,
he's got a
messed
block.
him up. Dog.
Yeah.
He messed him up. Like you could tell in the game, he's bad at shooting free throws.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to shoot, so he's like, oh, if I shoot,
Yeah, he gets scared, dude. He
So
shies away
yeah.
from the moment for sure.
So he's not like
He's a
MJ.
bitch, man.
All right, so any thoughts on this All-Star game? Curry went off 16 threes. He was shooting these like from far as fuck.
He was one shy of Davis.
But another thing too is like
People don't take these guys. Don't
Well,
play
yeah. So this
serious.
game, like you'll see, they play no defense in this game. So that's why Curry was getting off all these shots. Because if you ever watch a real like Golden State regular season game, Curry doesn't hit fucking 16 threes a game. He hits like 4 to 5 depending because of how fucking hard they play defense on him.
Yeah.
And when you see them shooting like this, it's just like a result of like fucking them not playing any defense at all, and then everybody just fucking.
It's kind of
they
like
don't,
it's
man.
kind of like the Pro Bowl. Nobody they're just
it's
kinda
the
the
exact
same
same
way.
fucking
I mean,
thing.
They used to, right?
They used to go out, dude. There was like an East versus West in the All Stars game. You know, like
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
they would go try
Yeah,
to
it's
prove
like
who's
that.
better. You know,
But to his credit, man, you got to like. I never seen a player where you have to guard him at the half court. Like,
Yeah, dude.
he's shooting threes at the Glogo. I'm
Yeah.
like this. You never seen nothing like
And
that.
and disrespectful about it too, shooting it and turning
turns
away,
around.
Dude.
knowing that it's gonna go in. Knowing it's going in.
it's like he barely released. He's not turning around.
Wait, has there been a time like during a game where he does it and he doesn't make it, where like, he shoots it and turns around?
There's
I've
been
seen
some that like he'll, but not like that aggressively that
Yeah,
he was
not
doing
like
it this
that.
time. Like he'll shoot it and he'll turn around real fast, but you can tell like it's off. But the way that he was doing it at the All-Star
It was
game was like
disrespectful.
Yeah.
disrespectful. Like asking the crowd, did that go in? Like he knew it
Yeah,
fucking
he
went
knew
in.
it.
You know what I
You're a
mean?
LeBron James fan?
I'm not a fan, but I'm not a hater. I appreciate him. I just think he gets
There
a
you
lot of
go.
slack, yo.
I
Like,
appreciate you for that.
Yeah, he gets a lot of slack, bro. It's like I love LeBron. He's still trying to keep his hairline alive.
Hey, Chris, you should ask him for some tips.
That's what Chris asked for when he went to the barbers. Hey, can I get the LeBron cut?
Can I get the
Can I
LeBron?
get that? Can I get that go special, baby?
Hey, but do you think you can see him playing with his son,
Yeah, I see.
Roddy?
I
You
see
think it's
it.
gonna happen?
I think it is because if LeBron says it out loud, it's gonna come to fruition. It's
Well, you
like-
know,
they run
technically,
the NBA,
you know,
bro.
you know, he's like the coach, the GM, the owner.
Okay, but
pretty
not
much.
not only that, like you know that his agent Clutch Sports, like those guys, they run the NBA.
Yeah.
Like not like really, but like these guys have that much power and influence. Like
Yeah.
Clutch Sports doesn't just manage LeBron; they manage a lot of players in the NBA.
How soon can that happen?
Well,
next
no,
year?
he's not. No,
He's 17 right now.
He's
gonna
not eligible to the 2024 draft.
yeah, so I'm talking about 3 years.
So that's the 22
They
draft.
changed it
that's
after
gonna-
LeBron, huh?
Well, no,
And
well,
what you think LeBron would probably like retire like that first year
probably.
after that?
well, it depends what happens.
Dude, first year they
Well,
fucking
okay, but
win.
that's the thing is LeBron's son is not like what LeBron was in high school.
he's like a Dwayne Wade.
No, not even that.
Not
Like he's
even
not
that.
even like one of the. He's a 4-star recruit. And like 5 stars are the ones that all Americans that go.
He's not that
super
great?
high. He's okay. I mean, he's LeBron's kid.
It's hard.
So
It's
I
hard to
feel
live
like
up to that.
He's
So you
not
think
ass.
you think he's good because he's LeBron's kid, or do you think he's actually naturally good?
No, he's probably has benefited from being LeBron's kid. Had the best trainers, the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
coaches, plays in the best leagues. Like has obviously the best guidance to play basketball. But he's not what LeBron was.
Yeah,
and he's not a 5-star.
It's like being Michael Jordan's kid. It's like it's hard to live up to that.
Does he even have kids?
Yeah, Michael Jordan's kid played like at UCF college ball, and then he got signed to NBA team because he's Michael Jordan's kid, and nobody ever heard of him again. You know what I mean?
When was this?
This was a while back.
Yeah,
This
a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Basically, like his son tried to give him credit.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know how Mike is competitive. He's like, yo, you try to be like me. I took it personal.
I took that personal.
I took it personal. So basically, I told my son after the fucking scrimmage, I said, hey, man, you sell my shoes. Sell my shoes, dog. We good. Sell my shoes.
So that's what he does now. He's in
he
charge.
sells the shoes. He has a big like own shop with Jordans. And
He
sells
told his
shoes.
ass, I play basketball,
Look, you
so
suck.
you didn't have to, bro.
Yeah, right.
I ball.
I mean, how shitty would that
I
feel?
crawled
though?
so you could run.
Do you think like Bronny? Do you think like Michael Jordan's son? Do you think they're doing it mostly because like
Yeah, there's that pressure.
They're trying to follow that footstep,
Yeah.
like because it's like what they meant to be. Like, hey man, you're fucking LeBron James' son. You're gonna need to become.
Yeah, but that's
you know?
part of legacy too.
Yeah, they probably grew up, idolizing their
Yeah,
father.
of
So
course.
like, if my father was like a fucking lumberjack, he was the illest.
Yeah, if
father
my
would be
dad
like,
was
yo.
LeBron James, I'd want to play basketball.
Yeah, me
I
too. I
mean-
want to play basketball too, but it's hard to live up to that.
Hey, my
legacy.
dad was a deadbeat dad. You don't see me leaving my kids.
You're doing
You know,
pretty
like-
good, dude. You're right on track.
You did all right, my guy.
Yeah, you didn't sway too far. Apple don't fall too far from the tree there,
It's
pal.
like I left the text message. Just like,
I haven't left yet.
Joe, you got any last words on this? We can go into the next
No,
thing.
no. Let's keep going.
All
Moving
right,
forward.
Go ahead. Topic number 2.
All right, number 2, we got Kanye West releasing Donda via the stem player.
Like, wait,
Have you
I thought
seen these
Did he
things?
release it already? He only
It came out today.
yeah, he's supposed to release it on 2/22/22.
Okay,
like,
so that was yesterday.
Have you
Yeah.
seen those things though?
But okay, so yeah, this isn't like where it's available on all platforms. STEM, what is STEM, Joe?
It's like a little speaker that it has literally like a cross on it, and by pressing either side of the cross, you can isolate the vocals, the beat, the bass.
So you become like your own like producer
Kind
for
of, yeah.
the song.
You let the
like-
song play, and I've seen it on TikTok today actually. And people go up to the side, and I think those are the ones that isolate the vocals.
okay.
Whether it's all the vocals or just like
Is
the
this
chorus or something like that.
Is this just another way to make more money? To
Yeah,
say
I
like, hey,
can't-
you want to fucking listen
it
to my
is,
song?
dude.
You got to buy this shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, I can't knock Kanye's hustle, man.
Right, but this is that. This is equivalent.
Have you guys seen the his shit on Netflix?
yeah, I heard it's really good. I liked it.
Yeah. I
liked
haven't
it.
seen it, but I've heard it's good too.
I like
Yeah.
it, dude.
But okay, so this is like, remember guys when fucking Jay-Z did the whole Tidal thing?
Yeah.
And like all Jay-Z's music was going to be exclusive to Tidal, and like Tidal was going to be Spotify before Spotify was Spotify.
Yeah.
But that shit didn't fucking happen. Like fucking that shit fell flat on its face. Like Tidal is, I don't even know if that shit's
So it's happening again
still
with this?
around.
I think he sold it. Yeah, he
Probably sold it, right?
He did sell it.
He fucking got rid of his shit because he probably saw financial projections that were like, hey, dude, this is not it. And they were like, all right, we're out. Sell this bitch. But I guess this is like another way to try to get like exclusivity,
Yeah.
like with your fan base.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't knock
You
it.
know what I
but
mean?
I miss the old Kanye,
Yeah, me too.
and it's not the same. I mean, he even talks about it, but that old Kanye is not coming back. Everybody has to realize. It's like Tiger Woods. He's not coming back. It's
His
over.
reputation's tarnished.
It's done. Like I saw the last album he had, the Don
Donda.
Dada one, and it was all right, but it was nothing like his past projects where I was like, I gotta listen to this again. I listened to it once. It's just my personal opinion. I ain't dissing it. It wasn't bad music, but it wasn't captivating to me
Right.
to the point.
Hey
where
Kanye, I think you're cool, man. I know you're listening.
I was like, it wasn't. This is my personal opinion as a
Right.
Kanye fan. It wasn't. I still haven't gone back and listened to the first album more than once. Is anybody else here?
Yeah, I mean, I have.
I haven't-
Actually,
There's some bangers on
last
there.
week when I was watching that thing on Netflix, I actually ended up going back.
the last album that I listened from Kanye was the My Twisted Dark Fantasy.
Dude, that was
Yeah,
a while back.
Which
And
was that was already like 10 years ago.
Dude, and that was
more.
about Amber Rose.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago now. If you really think about it, I think
Yeah.
we were like still in high school at that point.
Yeah,
Hey,
so-
but real quick before we go on to the next one, who are you listening to right now? Who are you jamming out to right now?
oh, you know what, dude? I don't know about you guys, but like, it's like you know, I say your iPhone listens to you.
It does.
So I've been like, oh, I want to hear a bunch of new artists. So now when I'm on my Instagram stories, all these young artists come up. Like,
No,
no, they're not. Yeah, but they're not mumble rappers. That's what it's different. I'm getting the lyrical, and I'm like, they follow me, and I'm going to their Spotify pages. They don't have like 1 million plays.
Hey, you fuck with Baby Keem?
I don't know who that is.
It's Kendrick Lamar's little cousin, and
That homeboy that was on that one track with him. Oh no. I'm just sound like an old fogey.
Yeah, you know how many tracks?
You should say something. I would have said it. I don't even listen.
I was
to
like,
it.
You sounded like Misa right there.
I was like,
He on that one, John?
Is he about this big?
but some of the local artists, like some of the upcoming youngins, are going back to the '90s flow, and they're getting it's kind of like that '90s
Right.
feel. So that's the artist I go to. I listen to some of the new. I listen to Kendrick. I listen to some of the new artists. I even listen to what's his face, Moneybagg Yo.
Moneybagg Yo, yeah.
looking at my
Goes
clock, I
hard.
got time today.
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, I listen to some, but I don't diss all the mumble rap. It just I like my shit with substance. So
Right.
if it has substance, I'll go to it. But I always stick to my '90s, my Nas, Tupac.
Well,
Biggie.
Moneybagg that has like that street substance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they're
I
gonna
like
talk
his flow.
about that shit, and I mean, they obviously
Play that shit in Germany.
They're glorifying like that lifestyle and shit, but like rap has always had like a history of doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like glorifying like the streets and the drug dealing and the getting money and the bitches.
Yeah, it hasn't
like
changed.
everybody.
But I think I think it changed in a way that like back then they talk about it in a way like this is survival, and now they're talking about like flaunting it. You know?
No,
what I
well,
mean?
not
Like,
even. I mean, like Biggie would flaunt that shit. Like Tupac would flaunt that
Yeah,
shit. Like, it's been part of the
they
culture.
learn.
You know what I mean?
The only difference about the artists now is like they pretty much snitch on themselves. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
they're sitting there like, I killed motherfucking Lil Frank, Lil Peanut. I'm like this. You gonna snitch?
Lil Donatello, Lil Bill.
Yeah, all that. So,
Yeah, I mean-
they snitching on themselves. So basically, when they go into court, all the lawyer has to do is like this. Let's
They
go to
just bring
track,
up the
let's go to
lyrics.
track 3.
Exhibit 1, track 3 on his album.
It's like this. I killed Lil Peanut, Lil Hamburger. He had the AK-47 at his Abuela's house.
him like jamming out to
He's like, Had that AK in my
He's like,
fucking
yo, bring that
grandma's
shit back.
house.
Yo,
Judge is all like,
Yeah, you going to jail, bro. You going to jail for 20 years.
Yeah,
but
dude.
that's fire, bro.
that's true. That's true.
He's like your daughter. It's about the beat, man.
But that's going hard, yo, for real.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
true
can-
though. That is true. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like I said, it's part of the culture in a way. So, all right,
that's true.
Joe. Next topic.
Next
let's go.
topic we got here, talking about perverts. We got his peeping Tom in this bitch in the Cowboys locker room.
I saw this voyeurism.
Cowboys pay 4 cheerleaders $2.4 million settlement after voyeurism allegations.
Do you guys know what voyeurism is?
Yeah, that's what I saw every day where I work.
Yeah. I was gonna say you should be very familiar with it
So the
in an odd
Cowboys
way.
lit-
He
guys
coined
do
the
this
fucking term.
Yeah, he's like, I invented that shit. But
Dude,
yeah,
this-
so essentially they caught a fucking peeping Tom, essentially one of the executives, and he used to be like a high executive for the Miami Dolphins at one point. This guy, I forget his name, but he was.
His name is Richard. Dalrymple.
Yeah, this was actually like back in like 2017,
Sounds
or
like a pervert.
2018.
Yeah,
This
he
was a
sounds
while ago.
2015.
Yeah, so after investigating and going through all this shit, they obviously they settled because they knew like
He was
you know what I mean.
He was
Yeah.
standing behind a
Fucking
partial
pervert.
wall in their changing room and recording them with his iPhone with his wiener out.
Pervert motherfucker.
So how did he get caught? How did all this come?
Well,
to
these
light?
fucking cheerleaders
They
said
saw his
something,
ass,
dude.
and each of the 4 women got a cut of. They got about 400 grand.
Yeah, which is
Damn.
it's just not as
Nah, this
not
shit
a
all
lot.
got 2.4 each.
Yeah,
Cowboys make a lot of
Fuck out
money.
Jerry Jones.
Well,
Dog.
Jerry Jones also.
So what happened to this guy?
Well, I mean, nothing. This is just a civil suit. There probably was never criminal charges against him.
Look,
shit.
a longtime Cowboys fan also accused of Dalrymple of taking upskirt photos of Jones' daughter.
Jesus,
The team's senior vice president, Charlotte Jones Anderson, in the team's war room during the
Fucking A, is that a
2015
fucking
NFL
issue,
draft.
man? Like,
That is,
yes, dude. What do you mean is this an issue? This
Yes.
is
not like
Money
okay,
is-
look, no.
and
What I'm
this
saying
isn't
is
just
like,
with the Cowboys. This happens
no,
in
like,
multiple organizations.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I have a 12-year-old daughter. She'll be 13 this year.
yeah.
You know, and shit like this kind of also makes me think. Like now that we go out, you know, like
You gotta be careful.
Well, you
dude.
didn't see the Golden
the
Corral?
Golden Corral, dude. This past
They
weekend on
found
Saturday.
they caught a
Dude.
guy fucking recording
A 10-year-old.
girls in the bathroom from underneath the stall.
That's
a
some
10-year-old dog.
Dude, there was a situation where this dude caught his some dude in the bathroom with his daughter. He went out and dude round the bathroom. He went out and beat his ass to death, and he got fucking almost 10 years for that shit.
Yeah, we've talked about shit.
Yeah,
like that.
and I'm like this. He shouldn't even like. that motherfucker shouldn't even been in the bathroom.
Right.
And the way I'm gonna react to you, you don't know how you're gonna react to that situation.
Yeah.
Right.
So he should got some leniency. Yeah, he still just some time, but I don't know 10 years. Like,
Yeah,
like he did
exactly.
murder.
And you know, like that's some serious shit. Where I mean, for the most part, you'll know how the dad would act, or anyone would act if that was your kid or your grandson or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
like shit. It's not gonna be pretty. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what worries me too is like, maybe this time it was just somebody recording, but next time what, kidnap, like a rape,
you don't
like,
know.
You don't know, like, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
like,
but
that's
dude,
the shit
this has been a huge issue in the NFL, and
that's exactly that's
and
what I
not
was gonna
only-
say.
okay.
What pisses me off, it's not so somebody that's like a fucking druggie in the street.
No,
It's
these are
somebody
wealthy
fucking
people.
the guy
Yeah.
in this
Rich,
fucking,
wealthy.
Bro, okay,
wealthy,
look,
young man.
anytime like you have money and power, like that shit is always it's never clean. There's never a clean slate. Look at Dan Snyder from the Redskins and the shit. Well, not the Redskins anymore.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Whoa.
The Washington, whatever they are.
Yeah.
But these guys have allegations of them taking their cheerleaders on photo shoots to like private islands and having the girls be nude the whole time and escort like other fucking high ranking executives to dinner and shit every night. Like forced to do that shit.
That's the thing.
Allegedly.
That's the thing that pisses me off about the whole situation. Like, I'm not excusing with the John Gruden thing, but there was emails to that they found and investigating the commanders.
Right.
And he's the only person that got in trouble. Like they should go down the line.
Well, and it's because the way that the league is set up, the owners protect each other.
Yeah, of
You know what
course.
I mean? The owners are there. They're like, yo, and the commissioner works for them. Goodell works for them.
Yeah.
So it's a small group. There's only 32 owners.
Hey, just like
and
who was
there's
it? The coach, Robert Kraft for the Patriots. He was out getting a happy ending massage.
oh yeah,
all the
dude, he
time.
was getting fucking free handies in Florida, and, and they brushed it away like nothing.
Kyle Murray.
He did like
Kyle
3
Murray.
months of
I know that.
probation, and that was it.
And if there is somebody that's like willing to be open or whatever, that one good guy is always going to be the guy kind of like Otis. It's like, hey man, sorry bro, but I got,
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
gonna let your
you know
ass
what I
go.
mean? Like, hey,
Yep.
You respect
dude.
women, you got to get out of here.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
That shit is like, it's like I said, it's a small. These
Big
owners are
business,
all
though.
in it together, man, and they protect each other.
And I don't mean to get totally off topic, but this is something that happened recently, but I'm gonna talk about it, and you guys can like. We had a certain situation between the comics
you posted about.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you. I didn't know
because
if I could have asked
it's
you about it.
because a female comic. I'm not gonna mention her name because she told me not to mention it, but she had an altercation with another male comic because her jokes were mostly sexually oriented. So he thought it gave him a free pass to go ahead and like grope her. Like he basically. She told her joke. She's very sexually explicit, but just because you're sexually explicit doesn't mean you.
It's not an invitation to get groped.
Yeah. So basically, he followed her out to the parking lot, and he basically pushed
Jesus
herself on
Christ.
her and tried to kiss her, and she said no. I'm going by what she told me. Right. I'm only going by what she told me, so I don't know the whole entire details. But and he tried to grab her tits and stuff like
Jesus
that.
Christ.
And she was saying no. And she's like telling me like, hey, I told her like I was having a conversation with her. Hey, we should go back to this bar. It's open mic. She said, I don't want to go there. I was like, why? Then she told me the story. She's like, I don't feel comfortable. So meanwhile, this guy is walking around comfortable.
Yeah.
He thinks whatever.
He did was okay.
Yeah. And then she tried to go back and get an
Sus.
apology from him. And she's like, well, you told a sexually explicit joke. So
That was
his excuse. Yeah.
Justified it,
So
bro.
basically, I'm like this. And that's why I said what I said. I didn't mention anybody's name.
No, yeah.
But and a lot of comics don't stand up like that. But I was like, I'm not going to let that ride.
He pretty much told her you brought this on yourself.
Yeah, basically, I guess like
It's not my fault. It was
It's
your
like
fault.
saying like, oh, you're dressed like that, so I thought it was an
Yeah.
invitation.
Yeah, and this guy's basically a creeper looking motherfucker. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. He looks like Randall from Recess. Like that creeper with the notepad and shit.
the fucking snitch ass weird
Yeah,
ass
the
creeper,
fucking, like, he
perverted
basically
ass.
looks like
hey,
that.
those are the type of motherfuckers you probably see at your work. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. But he has that look.
And
look
this
like,
guy does comedy.
look like
he does
Misa and
comedy,
shit.
bro.
You sure it's not Misa?
And then you can tell like when she was telling us this, she was like,
Worked
but
up.
don't say anything because she feels like she's gonna be ostracized or not accepted because she like said something. And I'm like
Yeah.
this, I'll say something.
Yeah.
I don't have to say any names, but he has to know. Like I said, like you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. He should.
Yeah, definitely.
He should be like walking in the room like, oh,
Yeah.
what I did was wrong. But I saw him at the open mic the other night, and he walked in like, yeah,
Like nothing.
well, I'm good, dog. He sucked dick. He still went up there and ate a dick. But I was like, this. He's comfortable. Like what he did was okay.
Yeah.
He's
Because
used to that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's probably not the first time he done it.
and the rest of the comedians, some of them know, but still didn't like. Oh, we'll talk to him in private. But the thing that gets me,
bullshit,
the thing that gets me is like when they have beef, when comedians have beef, they'll go online like, yo, I don't like what he did.
Yeah.
I don't like. But when this shit happens, everybody's quiet. Oh, we'll talk to him in private.
Nobody says shit.
It's not that serious, bro. They're making jokes
Hey,
of it.
they
but-
should ban him. Like how most people get banned.
Yeah, exactly.
Cancel
you think you would ban
him.
him,
Yeah, ban him.
but he gonna get banned for that. But somebody get banned for telling a joke or doing whatever. Oh, I didn't like this. But you don't say,
That's
nobody
some
says shit,
bro. That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true,
have a
man.
daughter, so that kind of got me the wrong way. And I asked her permission before I posted that shit.
Got
I was like
some
this.
clearance.
I said like this. It's okay if I post it? She's like this. Yeah, go ahead. Because I asked him for an apology. He was like this. Well, you kind of, your joke's kind of like, you know.
Sus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure,
then, I'm being real with y'all. 'Cause I like you guys. You guys are
Nah,
real.
man,
so I'm
and
going to
it's
keep
true,
it
man.
100 with y'all here.
Like fuck that. Like
I don't condone that shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of comments.
And I-
this
Hey,
guy,
and
if
thank
you're,
you-
if you're watching and you know that we're talking about you and this is you, that you did this shit, dude, like fuck you, man.
Oh, fuck you
You know,
up.
like everybody else that has this mentality that thinks that they could do this shit just, to any girl, whatever. And for this comedian, I'm sorry that this shit happened. This shouldn't have happened. Most people should be more open about it. They should have gotten banned like I got fucking banned for fucking doing comedy and this stupid shit. But I just gotta say, like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Hey, and thank you for standing up.
Yeah,
for some
for real.
people that didn't want to speak up. That's why a lot of shit goes untold.
And it's good. Like, you don't want to say any names, and that's fine. You don't have to say any names. But I'm sure that people watch this and people talk, and some comedians know about this. And if you're watching this shit, bro, this shit ain't right. Fucking stand up for this shit. Don't just dude, I want to keep my shit. Nah, dude. If this shit was happening to you, or shit was happening to somebody else that you cared for, do something about it, man. Fuck this shit.
Exactly. Because I tell the comics this: if you're gonna sit there and let that ride, when you have female fans come to your shows or female family members, are you gonna feel comfortable leaving them alone with that guy?
You're the same piece of shit if you let it slide. You're the same as that guy that's doing this shit.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyways, onto a lighter note.
Yeah, lighter notes.
Lighter notes.
We do not here at Conversing with Chris and Misa and podcast. We don't condone this type of behavior, and we'll fuck you up.
Yeah, we'll say,
Exactly.
we'll fucking
I'll fuck
expose
you
it.
up.
We'll expose it. We're not gonna hold back.
Exactly.
If you have an issue with us fucking talking about this, then don't fucking follow us. Don't
Catch
watch
me
this
outside. How about that?
shit.
Anyways, on this last topic for this lovely evening,
I got hands.
we have I got hands. There motherfuckers in the city are trying. They text out to award I-10 at Mesa to New Mexico State Line Project.
my
So
God.
from Mesa to Anthony, we're gonna get bent over.
There we go.
No lube. And just get railed, just raw dog it
fisted.
for about like 5 years while they widen I-10 from Mesa to Anthony, pretty much New Mexico State Line.
Well, Otis is like, well, I'm never on that side, so
Yeah, I'm
It's on the east.
He's like, get
East
fucked.
side.
he's like, good luck to y'all.
No, but it's like for real, dude. It's a problem. Like in the afternoon, that shit backs up like ridiculous.
People don't know how to merge, motherfuckers.
No, they
And
don't.
honestly, it's like, okay, you're going from 4 lanes from I-10, like coming east to west. You have 4 lanes the whole time. And then out of nowhere, it just shrinks down to 2. And there's a fuckload of trucks, so that makes things bad. And then there's an on-ramp right after that, and it just fucks everything
Yeah, I
up.
just drove through that
And
shit.
then, and then you got
Notice it's like, I was just there.
the ramp to get on Artcraft. That's also, it becomes 3 lanes
Sus.
for a little bit, and it gets fucked.
Yep, it's terrible right there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
doing
and
that.
how much is this shit gonna cost? Because I was amazed at how much this shit was gonna cost.
We say we because it's probably taxing the fuck out of us. We're about to drop $170 million.
Damn,
Light
bro.
work.
That's
Damn.
That's like something
Can't
like.
even.
We could get an NFL team with that.
I know, right?
could,
No.
yes.
You need like
Hell
$2 billion or like $5 billion.
Yeah, dude, NFL
Dude, that
teams go
stadium
for
alone
like
was
$2
like-
billion now. Bro.
That stadium in LA was like $5 billion on its own, dude.
Dude, just use UTEP, bro. That's a fucking
Hey, it's a Sun Bowl. Let's go.
And then we'll
Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
We'll just
Whatever.
But yeah, so if you guys are on the west side,
That's
I'm
just-
trying to fucking help my
if you're on the
city
west
out
side,
here.
if you guys live on the west side or commute through the west side, get ready for some shitty ass traffic.
it doesn't say when construction is expected to start, but I probably see it within in next year probably.
then the next year,
That shit looks like
Within
it's already
next
been
year.
If they're
started.
gonna reconstruct something, go to Sunlit Mall and reconstruct that. And put
Yeah, just
Hey,
tear that
I've
shit
been
down.
trying to fix that bitch for a year and a half
bro,
now,
that's
bro.
where he works.
For real, it's like
I work maintenance in that bitch. I've been. You want to see where I was at today, dude? I was
Dude.
trying to patch some holes that haven't been patched since like
Otis,
1934.
pack some holes or some holes.
this is boots on the ground at Sunland Park Mall, right?
I can
here.
imagine when you have a conversation or you're talking out loud and something, it's like an echo, like, hey, you. There's nobody here today.
Bro, it's like almost 2:00 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
And then like I'm
still
about
do
to
that.
go get some lunch or something, or I'm about to leave, and then I'll see a tenant and be like, "Hey, did you guys open the doors this morning?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Like the front doors? Did you guys open them?" And I was like, Yeah, and I'm thinking they're serious. It's like, there's fucking no one.
Dude, it's like,
And y'all expect me to pay all this fucking bill, you know? Like, and I was like,
It's a fucking grave.
front office is that way,
over
lady.
there, bro.
Like,
That poor mall, dude.
dude,
and actually, my boss a
it's
couple
a
of days
revamp.
ago, they were showing us like pictures of like the grand opening
Yeah.
of the day, and like the first year of like what was it, like 1984? No, 89 or something
Yeah.
like that. They opened.
They opened it right after we were born.
Not just
Or
that,
right
but
before we were
they
born.
had fucking palm trees in there.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
they had all. Dude, I was looking through the pictures, like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Like, this shit is.
Dude, you know what I always remember and always cherish as a kid was right there by like in the middle where they had like
The food court, the piano?
No, in the middle they had like the kind of like the glass floor. It was like see through, and there was like water running through it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I would always cherish that as a
Yeah.
kid, you know, and I still
Dude.
remember. And every time I go and have something to do downstairs, because if I'm shopping upstairs, I'm not gonna just go fucking downstairs to walk through that. But if I walk through downstairs, I'll make it, you know, and it's a little bit of nostalgia, you know, when I was a kid.
Yeah,
when things were simpler.
there's no more water running
no
through
more
it, and
water.
actually used to be two of them.
Yeah.
But one of them, like they started deteriorating so fast, and it was so much money to like keep it. So like, nah, you know what? We gotta cover it. So one of them, like it actually fell through, so they had to cover it up.
They cover it up.
And then the other one, they still have it, but they don't fill it up with water. But my boss is all like, my boss has been there since that day. He used to be like a housekeeping guy, like the mop, and now he like runs the maintenance department and all
You
this
know,
shit.
you know what I always liked? Those like the ceilings. How there was a glass window. I always thought that was super cool, man.
I like that about
I
that.
always loved them all.
I like the chess
10
pieces. They have like those live big ass chess pieces.
I was security
Yeah.
like
Big
10
ass
years
horses
ago
and
back
shit.
then,
Yeah.
dude, and we used to go smoke up there.
yeah.
That's saying something though. The best part about the mall is it had windows.
Yeah, it's like, and now it's like people try to steal shit there like this. Just take it, man.
Yeah, just go.
Say-
Just get. Thanks
I'm
for
not gonna
coming.
say
Actually,
Thanks for being here.
There's some good stuff.
Hey, Misa's like, thank you, come again.
Thanks for showing up, bro. You take it, bro.
all right. So those are the trending topics that we had with Joe. Thank you, Joe, for that. Round of applause for me. So what did you do?
He
thought that was the button up there. He's all. God damn, fucking Misa. One too many red coats, huh? All right. So do you guys know what time it is?
The British are coming.
We're getting ready to wrap up this podcast with our boy Otis here, but real fast, has anybody got the time? Anybody know what time it is?
Oh,
is it
man, I
already?
don't know. My phone.
You got the time?
It is time for the 5 random questions.
He actually told us the
Here,
time.
I'll tell this. I don't know.
Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast hosted by your boy Chris Marcus.
Ready for a loop right there.
I know.
We've been feeding you fastballs all night. We got to get you with the curveball every once in a while. You know
I
what I'm
actually
saying?
told the time and shit.
It's 9:19, guys. Why? What's going on?
Joe's all like, oh shit, is it?
Cool.
I gotta go.
All right, guys. I got 5 random questions for our boy Otis Hicks here, and we're gonna break you down, really get to know you a little bit with these. You know,
All right, bet.
we're gonna bust it for you. You know what I'm saying?
The fuck you talking about?
Good job. All right, let's get some music, Misa. His fucking face. All right. Question number 1, Mr. Otis. If we were to look in your refrigerator right now, what are we finding?
Oh, some 20-day-old chicken.
Damn. He's like, that's dinner.
Damn, 20
Yeah.
days?
20 days, but it's
Sheesh,
been
bro.
back to. It's in container though. It's still fresh.
Still alive.
Hey, I'm gonna write this down. Don't eat at his fucking house.
I'll
I'm
give
going
it
for
to you
dinner.
too. Like, yeah, man.
Still fresh.
dog.
20 days. Damn. Why haven't you eaten it by now?
I don't know. This is back there. I just keep forgetting about
Right.
it. I got the top ramen packet.
The question is, are you gonna still eat it?
Yeah, I probably will. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
He's like,
It's like after the 25th day, bro. That's when it
it's-
slaps the hardest.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Question number 2. What game show would you absolutely dominate in?
I'm gonna say Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna
Bob
say.
Barker.
Look, I don't
The
know.
Price
Wheel
is
of
Right?
Fortune's hard.
No,
Yeah, it is.
I got my vowels, dog. I'm good. I know my vowels. I'm good, yo.
Did you recognize words and shit?
Yeah, some
letter
slang.
patterns and shit. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know
That's
my
what's
shit.
up. That's what's up. I was gonna say like I'd be down with Family Feud. I feel like I'd be okay.
Oh,
with
Steve
that.
Harvey, but I know
Harvey,
I
dude.
say some nasty shit about your
Yeah, dude.
camera.
He would,
that's
just,
fine.
he would just look at you like,
He'd be like, "My boy, I feel you."
You need to get out of here. Your nasty ass.
So what game show could you dominate?
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, maybe like Fear Factor.
Oh shit!
Think you'd be good at that?
Yeah, dude. I think I'll be down for everything.
Oh fuck!
Like
Okay.
all of it. Like fuck it, dude. If I die, I die.
Hey, it's funny because
It's all about that check.
your fact card reminds me of the Dave Chappelle episode where he's like, "Hey Joe Rogan,
Yeah,
you must not know something about me, but I smoke rock."
it's the first time I tasted the penis.
Oh yeah, no, they're eating whatever they're eating, and then he tells the girl, "You gonna finish that?" He's like, he bursts out the hot sauce for it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Fucking
Question number 3. Let's get some music here, Mr. Otis. If you had to live in any other country besides the U.S., where would that be?
And Germany.
I'm gonna say if I had to live in any other country,
Russia.
I'm trying to go to a country that's not that racist.
Right.
Good
I'm
friends.
gonna-
Canada?
I'm gonna say Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Yeah,
Or
The
Canada is
Dutch,
one of them too.
the Netherlands.
Yeah, Amsterdam probably. Maybe they are racist there. All right, Canada.
Okay.
I think they're racist there.
He changed his
Canada's-
mind real
yeah,
fast.
like, I think Canada isn't as racist.
They're like, "Hey,
They're too
what are you
cold.
doing?"
Like I would call you a racist slur, but it's cold.
They're like, "What are you doing there?" A.
Oh yeah, sausage, yeah.
That's Germany.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, yeah.
He's in Canada, bro.
I want to say Canada. I want to run to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, Drake? What's up, man?
Party with the weekend and shit.
Hell yeah, I'm
on
in
the
my feelings,
Fucking
bro.
with Drake.
Hell yeah, I'm in my feelings, man. Rihanna's pregnant. I don't like that.
I'm mad about it too, homie. Trust me.
Dude, I love his voice. He's like, "I don't know, man. I don't like that."
I don't like that, bro. It's still mine. I still love her, man. I still care. I'll take care of the baby. I love you.
Fuck it. I'll go half.
I'm feeling child support, man.
Question number 4. That's funny. All right. If you could beat anyone in this room in a foot race, who would it be?
Well, it gotta be you, Chris. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I don't know, man. This
Okay,
guy's
okay.
gonna go to a football camp. He's training with the boxer. He
Yeah,
stopped
dude,
drinking.
I'm training with fucking Gavin next week, bro. So
I don't know, dog. I put a
And he
just,
stopped drinking, so now you'll have the motivation to get up.
Well, you put a can of beer at the end of the race. Maybe he'll get there. Like, oh,
Dude, I was telling him, dude, I
Like
shut
a
up.
fucking
And
leopard.
He had shorts on, bro. And then I saw his calves, and I was like, bro, what the fuck did
oh, you
this?
got calf muscles?
boy
bro?
can,
I have
boy
none.
can scoot, bro.
Bro,
real?
his calves are bigger than his head.
Hey, dude, he's like, saw that walking to the fridge to get beers.
How do you think I
For real.
reach up to
Yeah,
get the
dude.
beer?
But honestly, I think we both have heart attacks. If we had a race, we
Oh,
probably
yeah,
just
for
dropped
sure,
it.
dude.
So the
Yeah.
question is, who's gonna have the heart attack first?
I would say I would probably.
He's already
have it
working
first,
on
yeah.
it. His body's like,
Yep.
"Where's the drink?"
It's already there.
Well, my daughter be on the side with an island boy. I'll probably down.
Okay, so it's a given that you would beat me. Between these two losers, who would you smoke?
Who I smoke?
Or who's smoking you then?
Probably Misa.
Yeah, for sure.
He probably smoked me,
For
bro.
sure.
For real.
We gotta do a race off, dog.
Yeah,
He fucking smoke you out with
Like
the
I think Joe's fast. I think we'd be even now, but I think like if you give us like I don't know 40 dash, I think I'll beat him. I think he'll get too tired before.
Yeah, he's got the smoker's lungs, dude.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Plus, he's younger, so he won't pay attention. His attention span is. He'll be looking on the
I'm
comments.
not
on
saying
Pornhub.
that he might not be fast. I'm pretty sure he's fast.
He's got long legs.
But I'm
too.
pretty fast too. But I think I'll last longer than this guy.
I don't know. I gotta see that shit. He's a smoker. I forgot. He was
Yeah,
smoking.
but how long are you fucking racing for? You fucking want to do like
Just
10
get
miles?
up to the stop sign.
Yeah, 40
I'll
yard
do it.
dash.
Yeah, 40
I'll
yard
probably
dash.
die. I'll probably like.
I mean, he's got the
kid.
long stride, but like I said, smoker's lungs.
He's like, "Fuck,
I
kid, give me a- give me a
Indian blood in
fucking
me.
cigarette."
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Well, good answer for sure. I
Yeah,
really did
yeah,
enjoy
bro.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
real.
Last question here. Question number 5. Let's get some music before we wrap this one up. Mr. Otis, who is the ultimate MJ? Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, or Magic Johnson?
Michael Jackson.
I gotta go because I'm a sports guy. So Michael Jordan.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry,
there you
man.
go. The
That's
ultimate
to go.
MJ.
Michael
That's a good
Jordan.
one right there.
Hey, go ahead and rank those for me real quick.
MJ
Those
number
three.
1.
If I'm gonna go MJ, of course, number 1, Michael Jackson. Number 2, Magic Johnson. Number
Okay,
3.
You don't want to be at a cookout at Johnson's party, you know, like some mosquitoes out there.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. God damn.
bad, bro.
I knew putting Magic Johnson in there was a bad idea because of this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
What about it, that guy?
Nah, he's like a billionaire now.
I was like,
bro.
yo,
Yeah. No,
Is he
Magic
like part owner
Johnson's
of the
good.
Dodgers and the fucking Lakers?
Yes, he's fine.
And
He's
then,
doing
like,
very well for himself.
MJ's making more
Hey, you know
money
who
than
you remind me?
Shoes.
You know who you remind me of? His son.
Little Stop it. No.
Do y'all know what he looks like?
Yeah, no.
Fucking here we go,
no.
Joe again. Joe, the only thing that you've been good at this episode is pulling up people that look
If he
like
was
Otis.
that good at
Exactly.
pulling up shit during the other podcast, bro.
He probably saw like Otis, man.
Look,
We had 1 million subscribers.
Hey,
So-
we should do a roast battle,
fuck.
dog. I got your ass.
You should.
Yeah.
Look, let me show you real quick one time.
Fucking
That's his.
Shut
Well, you
the
can't
fuck
really
up.
see from here.
Yeah,
It's
I
too
can't see
small. I'm blind. You should see the lenses on his guy.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. All right, take it down, Joe. You're a fucking dick. I apologize for this guy.
But his son has good fashion and he's
And he has his own
Right.
company. He's
And they're filthy rich.
yeah.
They're filthy rich.
You know what I'm saying? Could be worse. Could be a worse comp.
I know he didn't sell dicks for a living.
Right.
Yeah, he buys them.
especially not for 18 years. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
18 years. He didn't do that shit. So he's
Joe,
all right,
you're a
he's good.
fucking dick. By the way. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this podcast here. Let's go around the studio, give our final thoughts on today's episode. Let's start with you, Joe.
Mr. Otis, thank you so much for
Appreciate
taking your
you,
time
man.
to coming out. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure meeting you. You're fucking hilarious. I want to go see next time you're having a stand up. Let us know. We should have a podcast outing. Hit it up. I've been to one of them with Chris once. It was pretty funny. Our seating sucked, but
It's all good.
thank you for coming down, spending some time with us. Your stories were hilarious. And thank you for standing up for that girl, man, because a lot of shit like that goes unspoken
appreciate
of and
that.
unnoticed, and they're scared. And thank you for being a voice for them. Appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
And thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, good shit, Joe.
Tú ya sabes.
Need some final thoughts today.
Yeah, good job, Joe. Good job today, Chris. Good shit. Otis, brother. You have a lot of talent, man. I could tell right away since we first met, and I've been trying to push this shit to happen real quick. I'm glad that we met. You're such a down to earth guy. I love your character. I love what you're doing. I love what you stand for. I gotta say, good luck with what you do, and when you make it big, bro, don't forget about us.
I won't.
At all. All right. That this whole selling dicks for 18 years did a lot of good for you, and
That's
my hats off to you. Everybody listening, guys, thank you very much. Y'all make sure to stay safe and stay fresh.
You missed the joke, dude. You should have been like, my dick's off to you.
My dick's off. God damn it.
My dick's off.
You should have said it. You should have said it.
Otis, final thoughts.
You know what? I just want to say thank you guys for having me on, dog. You guys are definitely a voice for El Paso, dog. And props to you guys. And I just like you guys also support and come to the show. So it's like mad love. And I'm just glad like I can show like the awesome people that I know. So when I was doing my comedy, you guys, and I shouted you guys out, you guys were like, yo, because I just want to show love to y'all.
Hell yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
we
guys
love it, bro. We love
show
it.
love back. And you guys are just some crazy ass motherfuckers. So I'm gonna put on my Donatello mask. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my jokes. And I'm gonna cowbunga you guys
Hey.
and do my shit. But I want to thank you guys. I want to thank. I love El Paso first and foremost. Yeah, I'm drunk. But thank you guys so much for the love, and I'm always gonna keep that positivity because the world needs it.
Hell yeah.
Feel me?
Good shit, Mr. Otis. Hell yeah.
Hey, it'd be just before, when you're on stage, if you need, I'll send you some pizza.
All right,
Piece of this
and
dick. Let's go.
I'm gonna karate chop your ass too, dog. I'm gonna eat it though. I'm gonna eat it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna eat it.
Joe, where did this confidence come from?
He was waiting for that. He was just
I
waiting. I got Otis, man. I got Otis.
God
man.
damn, Joe. Go ahead and excuse yourself. All right, guys. Final thoughts on today's episode. Mr. Otis, the master of slinging dicks. Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
being here again, man. We
Appreciate
really do
y'all.
appreciate it. Like we said, we were trying to get this interview together for a while now, but things happen, and you know what? It planned out good, and everything came out great. So thanks again for being here, man.
Appreciate
we will be
y'all,
there
man.
like we have been to support and like awesome. It's also cool when you shout us out on stage. I get a little
Yeah, I
boner
love
and
that,
shit.
dude. That was good.
You know what I mean?
You're one of the
Get a
first,
little
man.
wet.
Yeah, I get a little wet every
Yeah.
time you do that. So thank you for that. But yeah, man, like Misa said, keep doing what you're doing. We'll be here to support you. Thanks for sliding through. We had a great time with you. And guys, make sure you guys follow him. Make sure you guys try to go to an open mic or a show to catch Otis and all the other great comedians that El Paso has to offer. So with all that being said, guys, episode 115, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. With all that said, we are...
Bitch, I get you tapered like a new fresh haircut. Put it in ignition, now a nigga got his key Said he got amnesia. Hoes down, G's up.